side, it'll be Gavin Katz at the right wing, centered by Elliot Gully, and then Gino Carcone to his left. The Gamblers fighting for home ice on a bye, sitting at 33, 18, and 6, good for 4th place. At least if you like the movie Semi-Pro, that's pretty good, but you're in the playoffs, but you're also right in the middle there, looking for a bye in that 2nd seed, trailing Dubuque 4 points. Green Bay also trailing the Rough Riders by a point for 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. Steel, a game over 500, 25-24, 6-2. And Chicago, a pretty dismal 11-12-5 at home, as the Steel look to finish strong. 3 more games of the Fox Valley Ice Arena in the inception of this franchise. Green Bay Gamblers, Chicago Steel. Let's take you to center ice. Calvin Bush will have the Chicago Steel starting lineup.
It's offside, cruises in. Dishes. Oh, Harvey in a goal! Jared Harvey with an absolutely ridiculous back. Portillo with the rebound. Just goes wide, it's in! Another goal! Sam Lifton!
Since 2015, we've called Fox Valley Ice Arena home.
Thousands of puck drops, hundreds of victories, and countless memories over the last 11 years. From headbanging playoff heroics to pyrotechnics from our frontman, touching tributes, rocking crowds, and a pair of championship seasons. We've seen it all. Every solo, every costume change, and sadly, even the blues. You've been here for it. Brandishing signs, waving flags, bringing the noise, and jamming with us each night. We've been honored to perform at center stage in Geneva. Now, it's time to say goodbye and celebrate these lasting memories. It's time for one more encore. It's time for the Fox Valley Farewell Tour.
Your Chicago Steel! And now the starting lineup for your Chicago Steel. Starting in goal, number 35, Louis Felix Shura. At defense, number 10, Jonas Kemps. At defense, number 25, Cole Tuminaro. At left wing, number 23, Aiden Merritt. At right wing, number 18, Timo Kazda. And at center, number 19, James Skittleberry. The equipment manager.
All right, folks, this afternoon's game is presented by a newly renovated Comfort Inn Suites Geneva, located right around the corner from the Fox Valley Ice Arena, home of the Chicago Steel. Complimentary breakfast, free use of the indoor heated pool, hot tub, exercise room, and don't forget that Wi-Fi, folks, all included in your stay. Contact Kim McNamara at 630-208-8811 or email sales@comfortingeneva.com. And Comfort Inn & Suites Geneva is the team hotel of your Chicago Steel.
Please remain standing as Westtown Chorus honors our nation with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Westtown Chorus, wonderful job, Mark Citra, on bringing you some matinee day hockey. Green Bay Gamblers, final time here. The Fox Valley faithful here in Geneva, the Fox Valley Ice Arena, taking on a Chicago Steel. Hope you've had a great weekend. Gamblers looking to, one of these teams is going to win, as the Steel dropping 2 to the Phantoms in regulation, 4-3 yesterday. Gamblers losing 4-2 to Dubuque, a pair of games they actually had the lead on Friday night, lost it in the third, lost in overtime. Well, for the Gamblers, I mean, it's debatable. These points mean more to them right now. I've said it down the stretch. You had your time to be desperate for the Steel, unless they can get a miracle from other teams. You can't count on it. So for Green Bay, 4 points out of a bye in the Eastern Conference. In fourth place. This isn't semi-pro, but could be worse, but could be better. Jaden Brigoni, Kevin McManus, our officials, Ryan Devine, Michael Iafiotis, as your plus-minus leader, Elliot Gully in the USHL, winning the draw. And this is crunched in Steel territory. We're underway. Right in front of the net as Kemps played the puck. Mentioned that Will Samuelson suspended a game. Both teams have a bunch of scratches as Harris knocked down by Aiden Merrick. And the puck will wheel through center. Kazda lifts it in. The offensive zone retrieved O'Sullivan. Gamblers 6 straight wins against the Steel this season, including a 7-1 thumping here. And here's Carcone firing one. Flying in was Kazda, the throw down Carcone. And the Gamblers back on, that was the 21st finishing my thought of February. Yeah, that was a dominated performance by Green Bay. And this is a team that's actually lost 6 straight games. And arguably one of their biggest funks of the year. As Joey Slavic will play the puck far side. Some scouts in the house. And here's Zach Wooten, one of the players they're looking at, I'm sure. The official on the zone entry hit the puck in the far corner in the Steel zone. No score remains. Curls near wall. As Jaden Kurtz, I still want to say Jalen Hurts. Come on. Well, there's got to be some phenomenal playmaking if that's going to happen. But right now the Gamblers stiffed off the puck. Good work here. I like the Steel speed so far. But Rylan Rooney going to the bench with Brady Kudrick. Steel without Jackson Crowder once again. A lot of scratches. Trip here. Oh, wow, they're going to call an embellishment on Wooten. And Shorter's going to the box. Wooten can't believe it. Well, the official, it was a good night for the Panda last night. Appreciation night. Wooten says he can't, he's like completely stunned. Shorter standing up, kind of laughing at him in the box. And I think Wooten kind of asking for an explanation. So he's going to get an embellishment. I've seen McManus. I don't know if Kevin has made these calls, but he was pretty certain on that one. I'd love a replay because I saw the trip. I saw the end of it. I didn't see him go down easily. I'm usually pretty opinionated about that. But, hey, I'm not the official. I don't think they have the – right now we're 4-on-4 in the arena. Maybe on your screen if you're tuning in, it has a steel power play. We are 4-on-4. 2 minutes in, no score in this one. It's Tuminaro making a nice outlet pass here to View. The embellishment, I will never forget when they called Macklin Celebrini twice in one period. And I swear to you, and I think that was J.R. Strager, but I swear to you, that was just for him one day to say, I called embellishment on Macklin Celebrini. I feel like we get an offside against the Steel. No score. But those were the worst embellishment calls I've seen to this day in my life. That will not change. That one was really bad. I mean, it was just like. But let's move forward. We get an offside against the Steel with 17:37 in the first, no score. Aiden Merrick, who has been awesome for the Steel since coming over. Scoring a pair yesterday. Playing with a lot of swagger here as the puck, great speed into the gambler zone. Takes a check there for Maceo Phillips, Calgary Flames products. As Kurt's near side perimeter shot is tracked by Slavic, and he'll hang on. Yeah, it was funny because I was kind of not rambling, but I mentioned rankings in the broadcast yesterday. 4-on-4 for 52 more seconds, no score. Face off in the gambler's zone, 17-14 the first. And yeah, looking at my other boards, I mean, my guys haven't had a release yet. I guess he says he does one a year at the end. Sweet, man. I mean, that's a smart play, honestly, but I don't know where you start, but every scout's different. But for the Steel, Joe Erickson is a guy I found on lists too, because I don't use the NHL Central Scouting. It's all fake news. It's a lot of PR. Some of it's right, but a lot of it's former players. Their kids are on there. Like it's agents offside against the gamblers. So a lot of it's, I wouldn't say homegrown in terms of not just accuracy, but it's a lot of the NHL stuff you'll see is PR oriented, and so I don't believe in it, but you can do whatever you want. I don't. However, I did see on a few of my boards, though, Joe Erickson, the Steel, I mentioned I've seen, 5 games from him, and he's been fun. I mean, he's created. He finishes his checks. He's a bigger guy. He can skate, though. He can skate really well. It's 6'4", 207 pounds. I want to see more of him. It's the 6th game with the Steel. This afternoon as Wyatt Harris sets up shop. We're scoreless. Kazda, Steel playing it conservatively here in a 4-on-4. As the puck stripped, and here come the gamblers the other way. They might have a 2-on-1. As Landon Halfle's shot. Halfley's never got through, broken up, but the gamblers with possession. O'Sullivan drops to Halfley. Deep slot, trying to get in, hit into a rim there, and there's a trip. O'Sullivan just drew it. Steel are going to be on the penalty kill. And see, that looks similar because the Wooten one I saw was in his skates. But gamblers, here's Carcone inside out on Kozla to the net. Sneaky right pad save, Giroux. As Louis Felix, who's been so mentally strong for the Steel this season. Man, last night too, you go down 3-0 early. And the last one you kind of want back, but that was a tough one. It was just a slow goal, and Louis Felix Giroux, he's a battler, man. He made several outstanding saves again, and it was only a 4-3 final. I mean, you don't say it to minimize it, but you give the kid credit. I mean, again, start the first 10 minutes down 3-0, and you got a kid that was born in 2009 who's your backup. He's ready to go, which is good, but You're one shot away from getting yanked, and so Louis, way to go. So he's going to need to be big here. Gambler power play. Sets up shop. As Carcone left to O'Sullivan, looking for Katz. There down low, he couldn't take it cleanly. Katz splatters it to the blue line as O'Sullivan's pass ricochets off Kudrick. And to the far side in the 5th-ranked Gamblers power play. 2 for 16 against the Steel this season. Can't keep the puck in, Steel clear and get a change. Harris, Kurtz defensively on view. Grandy for the Steel. Forward-wise on the ice surface. Gamblers playing the puck as Katz back to Wooten, who's always my player to watch. 12 points, 6 goals against the Steel this year. And he turns around in the far circle, shoots, and he misses up high. And the puck will curtail to Carcone, left wing side, deep slot. O'Sullivan, Carcone to Wooten. Puck held O'Sullivan, Kurtz, fake clear, good look. He gets it down to view. Into the ice surface, Slavic whips it to the red line. 50 seconds Green Bay power play, no score in the first. 14:50 as Kazda's in the box for a trip. Steel penalty kill, 13th in the USHL. Rosival, he's got 5 against the Steel. Absolutely plowed over there by Jason Millett, and Rosival in pain going into the goal, which flies off the pegs. Rosival has been streaky, a Devils prospect, but he's always been against the Steel very noticeable. He has a goal at least every other game, and showing why right there. Just takes a little power drive. Millett gets great contact on him, but just wonderful work. Good shot. Really all around good save. Good defense there. Steel, Tolan couldn't take it cleanly, and it bumps right to Halfley, former NTDP products. It's a beanstalk at the blue line to Halfley. He's another guy to watch on NHL Central Scouting, I think. As a nice play by diving effort, Tolan gets the puck back to the Green Bay zone. Halfley, who scored a couple of goals here last time and the 7-1 thumping. Well, he's another good addition. Mention Gamblers in some injury trouble too right now. And it's very interesting. You're seeing a couple teams rise. Cedar Rapids, I mean, they're like 12-0-2 CR. Here's the spin. Rosival, he's in the hash marks to the backhand. And he's denied. There's Chiarot. Millett got a piece as well, but the puck recycled here. And it's taken back as it could not be held in by Cruz Martin. Gamblers are offside with 13:38 in the first. We remain scoreless from the Fox Valley Ice Arena. 2 games after this one in the history of this building. As here comes Erickson getting the lead pass, charging in, shooting one, fought off Slavic. Telling you, Erickson, I love his speed. I'd love to see more ice again. As Scott Gomez blatantly, he will play it to the players that want to play it. So I expect to see Erickson more than he's been. At least I've seen a few shifts of him per game. As Kazda in the scoreless first through center to the right side, Merrick dropping Kazda, spinning outside the right circle to the blue line. Gave it back here to Brady O'Malley, but he couldn't take the puck cleanly as it surfs down the far boards. Drabicki cleared it off his side of the net. Behind the Gambler goal now, Drabicki playing with Jack Koltkin. And Koltkin keeps on keeping those feet moving, trying to web the puck out. Tuminaro held it in. Rolls around far side. Good chip chase battle as it pops to the neutral zone. Shots even at 2, no score. Gamblers make a change. Kazda back in his own zone. He'll flare it right to Merrick. Can't get it in deep. Talking Scott Gomez. His big details about getting that puck deep, not turning it over in the lines, not throwing it in the middle of the ice. Deposits. Tuminaro knows a lot about that. Grand Theft Tuminaro. Steal D to D, and there's a fancy pass. Kazda's. That's like the Gomer counter there. It's a turnover, and now Katz a chance the other way. Off the post there on the backhand by Gunnar Conboy. Conboy finishes a pass here to the blue line. Shot was blocked from the right side by Mikita Fedotov. Steele get it at center, and that's where Comer's right. You know, you're trying to make a cute play, even if it's there. Wasn't executed. You get the puck away in the middle, and it was an odd man rush post the other way. Steele, though, looking the other way. Kudrick powering a pass. Kurtz back to the blue line. Reverses back, shoots one up high, not close, hit off the body. Harris down low for Gockler. Exterior for the Steel. It's Kurtz. Heavy, good, crisp pass to Harris. Looking out front, Kudra couldn't take it cleanly. Chip towards the official in the near corner. 11:25 in the first, no score. Steele looking for it. Gockler, deep slot, chugging in, shooting one, and a wrister stopped by Slavic. Left to right, makes the glove save. And with 11:18, period one, no score on the Steele broadcast and audio network. Well, there's Katie St. Sack giving Rusty, the mascot, a ride, and Katie Sack, can't say enough about her here on Parents Weekend, always making everyone feel at home. And a very thoughtful person, to say the least. Baked goods off the charts. More importantly, just orchestrating, organizing. Don't even tell me about the AI stuff. Like Katie Sack AI, they don't make it, folks. She's just so humanly incredible. Shout out to Katie Sack. Her nickname is, again, Saint, because she just does everything for everybody but herself in a good way. She's just amazing employees, team player. As the Gamblers are offside, we're no score, 11-12 in the first. Apparently also Rusty's driver for one of our sponsors here, the first period, and chauffeur. Wyatt Harris looking ahead for view, and it's in front of him. No icing as Slavic will play. It takes a goofy bounce, and Wooten looking to spork the puck. Wooten with 32 goals on the campaign leads the club. More of a late bloomer per se. Came over from Omaha. Might have been one of the best gifts of his life. He's exploded, 56 points this season. And a look out, clean pass view. Couldn't take it cleanly. O'Sullivan there on the far side. Looked to make a pass to Halfley. That was sneaky. But Steele on the read. Good job. I've liked the start from the Steele. Is Toldo down the far wing. He's sealed off beautifully by Harris, another underrated defender in the United States Hockey League. Out of Stillwater, Minnesota, that's Sam Harris. Great seal. Nice play. Playing the body, throwing down the steal in the offensive zone entry, and Gamblers second in the USHL penalty minutes. We'll see if that's the case. That's kind of one of my red flags on them. I've really been a fan of this team the whole year. If they can get healthier in the next couple of weeks, we'll see what happens. Shorter shot there on the right pad. Slavic the stop. No score remains. 9:52 in the first. Intended pass here. Great hustle for Ethan Sturgis in his fourth USHL game. Right-handed shot here up front. Beat out the icing. Beanstalk far wall. Curls. Looks for a play. Intercepted there. Erickson for the steal. Pumps it ahead. Erickson, we're going to give this kid an interview as long as he's still in the house, which he should be. Next weekend, you'll hear from him from Lincoln. I've been really impressed with what I've seen so far out of him, and I know that's where it's funny. Because I was like, come on, is this kid even, ready to go draft eligible? And here's Carcone intercepting out front. Score, stealing the breakout to Gavin Katz. On the turnovers in the Chicago defensive zone. And Gavin Katz has his 26th goal of the year. Talk about an underrated player. Well, Carcone with the original intercept, and Gino dishing it like he does best. 37 helpers now for Carcone, and the steal on the breakout. Playing a poised game. First 10 and some change here with 9-12, but all it takes is kind of just that one giveaway, kind of breaking it out right there behind your net. Gamblers make it look easy, and a wide open door play at a mini odd man rush, but back to it at centers. Keep it going, play the body here. You've seen the Gamblers. Merrick just got leveled there at center ice by Koltgen. I love that about this Gambler club. They are not shy to play the body. They'll do it anytime they can. It's that time of year, baby. Steel at times got to wake up in certain moments. Here's a chance. Merrick, a great pass. Scantlebury, just a little too much sauce. 1-0 Green Bay with 8:40 in the first. Gamblers will take it back. Koltgen trying to torpedo it. Instead goes to his left to Brady O'Malley, who will get the puck deep. Gamblers get the change. 1-0 Green Bay as Merrick. Nifty play through center, but he couldn't get by Rossival. It tweaks it back to Gully down the right wing. Has a chance, opens it up for Wooten. Off the bar and in on the wrist shot. And Zach Wooten, 7th of the season. The Gamblers have a 2-0 lead. Another turnover right at the blue line for the steal in the back of their net. Again, I don't know how many times Scott Gomez and I have talked about stuff like this. Merrick, moments before that, he makes another great dangle. He tries to do it twice, and he's not even at the red line. But, hey, the kid has had a great confidence. He's been excellent in a steel sweater, but these are the plays that Scott Gomez and I mean, we just, every game we talk about. And even I feel like I but the right place. I mean, it's not rocket science in some ways. It's not exciting. I know we've at times the Gamblers take it away. 2-0 Gamblers. Wooten's 33rd of the year as Kurtz is finished off by Wooten. Still have a 3-on-2 though the other way. Gockler looking left, and Rooney pass was behind him. We'll carve it along now for Kudrick with 7:40. In the first, he'll look to respond. Gockler on the backhand. Ripples to Harris, left point. Now to Kurtz. Doesn't shoot. He'll skirt it down low. All exterior still right now is Gockler trying to get underneath the dots, but he's pulled off the puck here by Rossival. And it's beaked in deep in the steel zone. It's frustrating. And that could be a question for Coach Gomez, too. Icing against the steel. Seems like the Steelers they're so exterior on when they get the puck on the blue line. I mean, they just is there creativity in terms of making a play like in the hash marks or at least in puck possession? Like it's all up the wall per se, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just the options are so limited when you're shooting from the corners. And the Gamblers have that red to a T. 2-0 Green Bay. 6:07 the first. A guy like Jaden Kurtz, who's offensively gifted, has Tolan on the entry. Great rush, great speed as Phillips sticks with him. Got a shot off that was fought off. And I'm excited to see what Patrick Tolan can do next year at this level. Yeah, he's one of those guys kind of like Wooten. I think he could have a year like that. I mean, you don't want to get too carried away. Zach Wooten, and Tolan feeds it off for View, score. Patrick Tolan doing what he does best, busting through the toll. And he punched the puck to Dallas View. 2-1 game. Gamblers with the lead. Chugga, Dallas View going to the net. And this is what I like about Tolan. They're going to show a replay, but his natural knack going to the net. What they didn't show was the zone entry, the shift moments prior to that, hopping on the ice, getting a great look, great speed and awareness, and going in the right places, both those young men, as Dallas View, 16th of the year. It's a 2-1 game, big response for the Steel. They've had a better start than what has happened. Got to stay poised and present. Also physical. 6:29 the first. Kazda's tangled up. Lost the puck as O'Sullivan hammers it off the glass. Deep into the Gamblers' territory, O'Sullivan fetches. Bumped by Kemps, taking it away is Kazda. It's great entry, and now he drops to Scantlebury. Shot to the net, fought off Slavic. Scantlebury darts it left for Kazda. Left point, hook pass, View, turning one off of O'Sullivan, squealing down low. Tuminaro lost an edge there, falling. As unfortuitous bounces, Grand Theft Tumanaro's got to get his twig, and Kazda one-timer there, Kudrick. Every game there's one or two Merrick to Kudricks than there was before his first goal yesterday. That shot was blocked. Still iced the puck. 5:34 here in the first. I don't know. That might just be something in my brain, folks. 2-1 Gamblers. Icing against the Steel as the Gamblers. We welcome Green Bay Gambler Nation to the broadcast. Wooten on the left side of the offensive zone draw with Gully, Elliot Gully, the Champagne kid, a plus 38 coming into this one, leading the USHL. It's worth noting to the austere extremes as the Champagne kid, Elliot Gully, wins the faceoff. Harris's shot deflected as Rosival, the other winger out here in the Steel, take a penalty. Caused the second of the period here on Gully. And the Gamblers will be on the power play. Harris was out with Koltkin. Those two go on the bench. Green Bay power play with 5:26 here in the first. 2-1 Gamblers. Your voice of the Chicago Steel, Mark Citron, back with you. As once again we welcome Gambler Nation to the broadcast. 2-1 Gamblers, and they're on the power play. Kazda, I believe, will get the interference call. He's in the box with 5:26 in the first. Steel penalty kill, as I mentioned, fabulous against the Gamblers this year, but that shows to me, though, how Green Bay can be explosive 5-on-5. They roll four lines that can hit you. They got speed, skill. As Elliot Gully chips to his left, Gavin Katz, who is the first goal scorer of the period, sets it up, and it's behind the back. Kurtz, good read, couldn't get it out. Carcone to the blue line. Right side, Wooten, who's got the second Green Bay goal. Aldo Sullivan left. Carcone fakes the shot. Wooten, beautiful look. Katz looking toward the goal mouth. And it was off a body there out front of Wyatt Harris, but it's Wooten back in the far circle. Back to O'Sullivan. Deep slot, fakes the shot. Pass. Kurtz, another great read and a rip down. Nice stuff by Jaden Kurtz. Carcone assists to Gatz's 26th. Gully assists to Wooten's 33rd. And Patrick Tolan and Jonas Kemps to View's 16th. Long story short. Shot 7-4 Steel. Green Bay power play, a minute one on it. Tolan, excellent work, but Wooten will get those legs going through the Chicago zone on the drop pass. Katz left, great puck movement here. Carcone, shot was blocked by Merrick. Tolan on his knees wanted it, but Merrick couldn't get to it. Carcone pass to Katz, back to Carcone. Down low, looking out front. Fed through by Gully. Wrister. Wooten zooming in, and he missed the net on a wrister. Carcone back to the blue line. O'Sullivan. Down low. Katz. Goal mouth chance for Gully. Missed. 22 seconds Gambler power play. Carcone from Wooten left. One-timer Carcone fake shot pass. I love it. I love the one knee look for Gino Carcone. Wooten's wrister from the right side denied Chiro. Wooten back to O'Sullivan. Carcone now dragging, shooting. Glove save by Louis Felix Chiro. 6 seconds to go on the kill. 3:31. Period 1, 2-1 Gamblers. Puck movement. Gamblers, man, they move that thing quick. And you can see that they have different fakes. I mean, Carcone kind of articulating that with his fake shot passes on the goal line. That's when the Gamblers, I think, are most dangerous. Hafley throwing it out front, but when he can make those fake seam passes to the front of the net, you know, those are usually grade A money. Goal to the bank, but not on this power play. Steele will kill it off. Gotta stay out of the box. 2-1 Gamblers, 3:20 here in the first. It's the third Chicago penalty of the period. I think the Steel, besides that, have actually had a better start, but the period's not over, and the Gamblers here still have the puck, possessing it. Fedotov to the blue line. Harris missed the net, and the wrister off the backboards. Pounces to Scantlebury, trying to clear it to the far near wall on your screen. If you're tuning in, if listening, it's held in at the Green Bay line by Landon Hafley, but Dallas View, he's got the Steel marker, will lob it back, neutral zone push. Conboy over the Chicago line. Disrupted off the puck. Cosda looking for speed with View. Down the left side. View looking back on the trailer. Roosevelt intercepts. His takeaway. Cosda again tangling up the stick work there. Harris will rip it in. 2-1 Gamblers. Trubicki on the retrieval. Feeds it to his right side behind him. Cruz Martin. Now to Trubicki. As Kurtz, great play, but he lost an edge there on the far boards. Puck towards Giroux, behind him. Good backtrack Harris along with Cole Bumgardner. Bumgardner to his left, Tolan will fling it to the net, and kind of like a pop-up there. Infield fly is caught by Slavic, and he'll hang on. 2:03 here in the first, 2-1 Gamblers. Best place to chill inside the Fox Valley Ice Arena is the newly expanded Coors Light Chill Zone. Chill Zone offers couches, high top seating right on the glass, and accommodates 10 to 75 guests. For availability, call 855-51-STEEL. My question is, are some of these things going to be at the new rink? Like the Coors Light Chill Zone. Come on now. Those couches, how about some ice side tables? I don't know, folks. And if you don't know the ice side tables, which are for parties of four or more, starting at $25 a pop. So the Gamblers tip one in the Steel zone up and out of play. You can sit out ice side with comfort. Final Fox Valley games ever, folks. Food and beverage service for tables of four. Again, $25 a person, the ice side tables. And even Steel Suites with a bird's eye view of the action. Delicious food and beverage options. Reserve the suite for the games of your choice in 2 weeks. 855-51-STEEL. Check out a special price offer. Wow. I would check that out before it's gone. Something tells me that there's going to be a lot of action in on that. 2-1 Gamblers, the $1.43 here in the first as Gully is kicked out of the dot. Our first intermission report, we got the U-Show with Luca Fantilli. Great kid. I love it. That family's great. Adam and Luca. But Luca, what a great kid he is too. I mean, playing in the shadows of Adam at times. But at University of Michigan has Kemp's shot. Big rebound. Kudrick there. Rylan Rooney a chance. Gockler denied. Puck deep slot to Monaro. Shot blocked off Wooden. Broken stick for him. Good play here. Gockler's got it. $1.15 the first. In tight. Kemp score! The one-hit wonder. His second of the season, and it's a beauty. Off a feed from Rylan Rooney, the Steel tied at 2. Well, I mentioned talking about Jonas Kemps a lot recently. On both sides of the puck, Gockler, original feed denied. Wooden's going to break his stick right here. Tumanaro trying to get it to the net, broken up. Kudrick back to Gockler, spins deep slot, sliding it left for Rooney, who funnels a great seam pass to Jonas Kemps for the tying goal. $1.13 to go in the first, and that takes a lot of determination, folks. Still winning the draw. Kosdow with Merrick and Scantlebury as it's popping into Gamblers territory. And great keep here. Millett down low, far wall for Merrick. Rips it to the blue line, left to right. Harris from Millett. Off the end boards, Kazda. Scantleberry shot blocked by Harris and Rossival the other way. New Jersey Devils selection in the NHL entry draft as the Gamblers are offside. His father also played for the Hawks for a few years. Rossival. He went 161st in the 2025 draft. His father, well, his uncle, I think I did say the first few games of the year, but his uncle, Mikael, I always thought it was Mikael Rossival. So his uncle playing with the Hawks from 2012 all the way to 2018. I mean, in the golden years, you could say at the moment, for the Hawks. He had a very hefty NHL career, as this is covered up on a loose puck by the goaltender, Joey Slavic. Almost 1,000 NHL games for Mikael Rossival. 309 points. He's a defenseman, though. His son is a forward, or his nephew, I should say. Son, I mean, from what I gathered in my notes, I must have messed that up for the year. It was like 4 games in. I'm saying it's his kid. It's still in the family, but it's his nephew, buddy. 2-2 score. Cole Bumgardner looking for real estate. And you can tell this Gambler club a little bit fragile here. It's been all steel the last few minutes, and now View, he's not done yet. He's going to the net, dragged down cleanly, gets on a knee here 13 seconds in the period. Great pass to Kemps again, shot deflected off a body out front. It looks like Sturgis on the coverage. Punishing check there on View by Sam Harris. Shot to the net, save Bumgardner, the rebound, and the buzzer sounds. Steele, after going down 2, have tied the game at 2. Through 20 minutes of play, shots are 9-6 in favor of the Steel, and due to the length of Luca Fantilli and the U-Show interview, we're going to play part 1 here right now on the Steel Intermission Reports. We'll play part 2 in the second Intermission Report. Just go to USHL.com if you want the whole thing, folks. There's Johnny Lazarus, who does a fabulous job in this show's production. Sat down with the former pride of Chicago, Fox Valley Ice Arena, and the Fantilli family. Tied at 2 here through 20 at the Fox Valley Ice Arena.
For the Michigan Wolverines, Luca Fantilli. Luca, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you Fants also? Is that the nickname? What do we call you?
Yeah, but a bunch of the boys call me Luke's Fans. It kind of just gets mixed up. Yeah.
Real creative over there in Michigan. All right, so it's been an unreal season for you guys. Like I've been watching from afar. I did some of your games when you played UMass a couple years ago, but I know you're in an exhibition week right now, so maybe you have a chance to kind of soak everything in before playoffs get started as a senior. You know, what's it been like just having the time off to kind of, you know, understand where you're at, where the team's at, and to look forward to what's ahead here?
I mean, yeah, I think it's been really good just to have this kind of week to kind of reset, you know, clean up on some things that we wanted to, you know, work on, and just get the bodies feeling fresh for playoffs. I mean, like the Big Ten's such a solid league this year. I mean, any team can win, so it's like you want to be ready for every game, right? And I think just trying to prep for that this week has been great. Yeah.
How's everything been for you this year mentally? I know you're big on mental health, you know, very outspoken about it. And senior year, like, you know, I lived through it. It comes with a ton of emotions. So for you, what's it been like?
You know, it's like I talk with me and Keenan Draper talk a lot about it, just trying to take in every moment. It's been, honestly, it's been bittersweet, you know, like we've been like we've had such a good season here. So it's been pretty easy to take in, and the boys have been making it really easy on us. But I mean, like just like how special this place is, not even just as like a hockey program, like just like going to school here and like hanging out with the guys outside of the rink. Like it's honestly like I never want to leave. It's such like an honor to play here. But I mean, just like taking it all in and like being on the ice with that group of guys that we have in the room this year, like it's just been like such such a blessing, such an honor. Like, and like mental health wise, it's been tough. Like the season's tough,
Yeah.
like it's a grind in the Big Ten and the teams we played and out of conference. But I mean, like our staff here does such a good job of, listening to the way our bodies are feeling and what we're feeling. And it's been great, honestly, just a little refresher before the playoffs here. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you talk about the school and how great it is. You'll laugh at this story. And I guess we're sidetracking here for a second, but
Yeah.
I visited as soon as my season ended freshman year. I had a lot of home friends who went to Michigan. I visited
Yeah.
for St. Patty's weekend in Michigan. It's the best weekend ever. And I turned 21 the weekend after. So I used a fake ID at Skeeps. They snapped it right in half, and I never got in, so I never got to experience it. But I can imagine you're going to miss that place a lot from what I've heard.
Yeah, I know. No, Skeeps, that's a great spot. I mean, it's good just getting the boys together, like after like
Yeah.
a sweep or something. Yeah, it's honestly it's great just to make relationships around campus and to meet different people out of the just the team and network as much as you can. But yeah, it's been an absolute blast here.
That's what I say to everyone about Michigan. I was talking to Hage a little bit earlier this year. It's just like it's a cult. Like you go you go anywhere, someone's saying go blue. Like it's the craziest thing ever. And I'm sure you appreciate that. But I've also heard you've taken on TikTok now. That's something that's new with you. You're big on TikTok now. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
or maybe it's the edits, Maggie said. I don't know if you're actually making
there's
them.
like that's been going on for like since I've been here my freshman year. Obviously, like it was mostly happening with Ethan Edwards. That was pretty big. They were like doing all like the fan TikTok, edits of like I don't know.
I kind of remember hearing that on Chicklets U.
Yeah.
I do remember
Chicklets, they told us about it, but yeah, they made a lot of like Mark Estapa. They made some of like Nick Moldenhauer, like me. There's been just like a lot of like the little fan edits, but I mean, yeah, I don't really pay much attention to them, but they're great. They're great.
They get your hair looking good though, huh? Got to make sure the hair is looking good.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, gonna start rewinding a little bit here now. I just want to know, like, when did you first start hearing about college hockey? Like, what do you remember growing up hearing about it?
Yeah, I mean, like I was obviously, like growing up in Toronto.
Yeah,
it's like OHL, like especially when I was growing up. It's just straight like the OHL. Like you make it to the OHL, it's a big deal. It's awesome. Like that's the route you want to take. But I'm a big Quinn Hughes fan. Like I grew up watching him a lot. Just love his game and the way he plays. But he ended up in Michigan. And just like kind of following his career and just seeing the path of like, like an undersized, kind of late bloomer defenseman or late bloomer player. Sometimes the OHL isn't the route for you. Just because like you're not physically ready to play at that higher level yet. So I think hearing that like I could possibly, like go play in the USHL or prep school, go in the USHL and then start my college career and play there for 4 years. That was the route for me. And then obviously I went down to watch a game that Quinn was playing in. They were playing Ohio
at Yost?
State. Yeah,
oh, wow,
they were
wow,
playing
yeah.
Ohio State at Yost, and I was younger. I was still in the GTHL around that time in Toronto. And I told my dad, I'm like, I gotta play college hockey. Like this is absolutely electric. Like this is what I need to play in. And it ended up coming true. But I think just like the atmosphere and like the level of hockey, like playing against 25-year-olds, like guys, like great talent, like it's such a good development like league and to go to the next level at. So that was the route for me.
So you knew like right from there you had to come to the States, go to Kimball Union Academy. So that's a really cool story that you have that.
Yeah.
I'm curious though, like before, because I had heard your dad built a rink in the backyard for you as kids. So before Quinn Hughes, who were you? The cliche question: who are you pretending to be, like in the backyard?
Yeah, when I was, when I was in the backyard, I loved obviously like the guys like Quinn Hughes and those guys now. But even like younger, like I was big like Torrey Krug guy. I loved Torrey Krug, watching him. He was unbelievable. Chris Letang, Duncan Keith, like just those guys. Watching those guys were unbelievable. And like my dad was a massive Boston Bruins fan.
Okay.
So I was
Toronto, Boston Bruins fan in Toronto. That's kind of.
It honestly doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But he loves them, and obviously, I was watching guys. I remember I went to like Stanley Cup final like 2011, watching like Zdeno Chara, like McQuaid, those guys, like those gritty defensemen, watching those guys play. But those are definitely the guys I kind of grew up idolizing and wanted to be like.
How old were you then? You must have been.
I was young, yeah.
6, 7?
Yeah, I was probably around like 8-ish, 7 or 8-ish,
yeah. Wow, that's a crazy experience. I knew that was in Boston, that game that you went to?
Yeah, in Boston. Yeah, they were playing, which was actually cool. They were playing, actually, that was the year they played Vancouver. I went to another one where they played Chicago, and it was like watching Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook and those guys and like a playoff game, and it was just so sick to watch. Like,
wow,
yeah,
that's super cool.
Yeah.
So I know you have more hockey left in you. You know, I know it's not ending at Michigan. You're gonna go play pro somewhere. I don't know where that is yet, but we'll obviously help boost you up here. What was your favorite year of hockey though? Because you know you had a great couple of years in the USHL. You've had some good years at Michigan. You know, Frozen Four. You were in a Frozen Four, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, two.
And one of them was in Boston, right?
No, that was actually the year before I came in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you've been in 2 Frozen Fours. Like, what was your favorite year of hockey so far?
I mean, man, like the teams I've been on, even like at prep school, playing like in Chicago, like those teams that I played on, like we won a Clark Cup, like those teams were honestly like such an honor to be on and just so fun to be a part of. But I think if I had to pick one year, I have to say my freshman year at Michigan. That was like what a team we had, playing with Adam at Michigan, like living with him in the dorms, winning the Big Ten that year, going to the Frozen Four. Like, it's just such a cool year to be a part of. And I definitely have to say that year for sure.
And when you got to Michigan, you know, you have Adam there, so that's super helpful, obviously. But you just came from a team with guys. I was looking at the roster today, and I'm like, this team was low. You got Sean Farrell, you got your brother, Coronado, Josh Doan, Ryan Ufko, Mackie Samoskevich, Jackson Blake. I mean, I'm probably leaving some out, but I mean, those names were unbelievable when you look back at that Clark Cup championship team. Like, did that make it easier to go into Michigan knowing that there's stars all around you? Like, it's so weird when you're around like legit elite hockey players. For the first, I mean, you were around it earlier than I was, but for the first time, it's like, oh my God, like this guy is like going to the NHL. Like,
it's like, I remember that year too. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like, Coronado and Farrell were just connecting for goals, I think, like every single game. Like, it was like, they were nuts. I mean, like, you had like guys like Josh Doan, even like Ryan Ufko on the back end, Ian Moore, like just like if you go through you go through like the whole lineup, it was absolutely stacked. You're like, yeah, these guys are going to be absolute long time NHL players. Like, they're an amazing talent. But yeah, I think that's actually a good question, because I think it definitely set me up at Michigan for like being around like the type of caliber player like that. And learning how to like kind of work my way up in the lineup and kind of find my place and like my role on teams like that, because those guys are so good that you got to find a way to, you know, just get in there where you can. So yeah, like being in Chicago, especially on that team, I feel like set me up well at Michigan, where it's like obviously like crazy high end talent. First round picks like coming here. It's definitely a good learning moment.
That is Luca Fantilli with Johnny Lazarus. That is a lot of good stuff on our first intermission report. That's only part 1, folks. But really good stuff from the defenseman at the University of Michigan, who captured the Big Ten last night with a 7-3 win. You got the Puma cap, Puma Perron, still guys on that team. And the best is yet to come, Luca Lion. Lion King. I can't explain about that nickname right now because we got hockey to cover here on our intermission. We got through the majority of it, folks, so now you just got to get through this part. 2-2 score through 20 minutes of play, and our first intermission report is presented by the Chicago Steel Youth Hockey Experience, presented by Riverfront Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. It is the ultimate way to experience Chicago Steel hockey. Watch warm-ups from the bench. Take the ice pregame or during intermission and join the Steel on the blue line for the national anthem. Limited dates 2 weeks from yesterday. So less than 2 weeks, folks. 2 more games. Check it out, 855-51 Steel. See if there's still spots open for your team. Well, this game, I like the Steel's poise in that first period. But, it was not the start. Again, the Steel wanted in the first period as Gavin Katz connects for his 26. Steel taking penalties, too. Kind of the 4-on-4 early on. I like the speed, though. I like the Steel doing things in the offensive zone. But speed again. Steel turning that puck over in their own zone. Gamblers right on it. Katz is 26 from Carcone. 10:48, less than a minute later. Wooten, same story. Still 2 giveaways, trying to break the puck out. Elliot Gully, secondary. And that's where I give the Steel credit. They kill a penalty right after as well. But too much time in the box, I thought, in that period. Patrick Tolan, though, makes a great play. Jonas Kemps keeps the puck alive. Tolan right in front of the net, hook past View going to the net, gets his 16th, makes it 2-1 at 13:21, and then, Steel really started, you get the Gamblers on their heels there the last 5 minutes of the period. Really good stuff. So if the Steel play like that, they'll be in good shape. Seen this Gambler team struggle lately, losing 6 straight games, 5-1 in that stretch. Jonas Kemps ties it at the 18:47 mark, his second point of the evening. Great work from the Steel offensively. Gockler, Rylan Rooney, the helpers, and it seems like when Luke Gockler is on his dark horse, the Steel are on their offensive horse. 2-2 score. We're moments away from starting period 2 on the Steel broadcast and audio network. Mark Citron, voice of the Chicago Steel, back with you. Period 2 about to get set. Tied at 2. Well, this has been the Gamblers' best period of the season. 3rd in goals for in the second period. And when Gamblers are tied after 20, they're 12-8-1. You kind of be surprised by that stat, how teams aren't flashy when they're tied after a period of play. I mean, Youngstown 13-7, for example. Sioux Falls 15-6. Chicago 7-9-3. Yeah, a lot of records. It's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, though, but that's kind of interesting. Look at Muskegon, 13-4. We always talk about the importance of Steel going down by 2. And this one, after Cat scoring the goal on the giveaway, Carcone the helper. Gully assisted to Wooten's 33rd. Dallas View and Jonas Kemps, though, equalizing the score with Tolan and Kemps assisting on View's 16th. Rooney and Gockler to Kemps' second as the puck is dropped for period 2. And the Steel win the draw. Cole Tubanaro here defensively. To his right, Kemps. He's already got 1 and 1, a goal and assist this afternoon. And it's Jonas doing a lot of good things away from the puck. Harder to play against. Here he is with the puck in his own zone. Kemps, though, gave it to Carcone. Wands it left. Gully down the left wing, strolling back to Carcone, looking for the tic-tac-toe pass behind Katsu. Brushes it to O'Sullivan. Left shot. Harris missed the net. Fielded by Tumanaro. Has to one-hand it off the far boards. Given away by Katz. Kazda over the logo at center swirled. He gave it back to Katz. First 55 seconds of the second period. Steel and Gamblers tied at 2. O'Sullivan will crunch it into Steel territory. Tumanaro again will have to fetch back, play the body. Puck up for grabs. Wooten on the forecheck, spinning around Scantlebury. Far wall in the backhand, passes. Blue line shot deflection, saves Giroux. Maceo Phillips let it go. Guy will get in your face. Not afraid to go. Mix it up. And the Calgary Flames 3rd round pick, Maceo Phillips. As Gunnar Conboy will take the face-off. Another 09 to watch. 11 goals in 32 games, 18 points as he wins the draw, and a shot is fought off by Giroux again from Phillips. Shots are 10-8. Steel, in case you're curious. Kudrick will take the face-off for the Steel. Against Conboy, Chicago with Rooney is out here as well. Gockler up front as the Gamblers. Phillips trying to thread it. Rooney's out with the puck. 18:30 to go here in the middle frame. As Rooney got a piece of the puck as it's bunkered towards the far side. Phillips gives it a ride to Wooten and back to center. Rossival starts and stops, looks for Beanstalk on the trailer down the right side. Kudrick ties him up. Puck freed for Gockler, but was skating with it, lost it. It's that quick of a game. Rossival back, pulls it into the far corner now. Rippled back by Conboy to Beanstalk. Right point, jamming it right. Gamblers looking to bend and break Chicago here. And a 2-2 score as Wooten's forced out by Harris. Steel get Rooney off. Harris wants a change. Kudrick gets one now. As coming in, Wooten down the right side. Shot blocked again. This time Kurtz and View team up on it. View hit there by Halfley. Puck freed to the far corner. Millett on the backhand. Finished off by Halfley. Gets the pass beautifully off to View over the Green Bay line. Takes a Gambler sandwich there by Brady O'Malley defensively. The puck's not out. Deep slot. Tolan has been everywhere. Well, he's got a helper to show for it. Millett's shot was blocked there on the way through by Sturgis. View. Left wing boards relaying with Tolan. Tolan digs it down low and a 2-2 score. Bumgardner, a quick pass. Looks like some coverage there by Koltgen. And O'Malley trapping his man. View the boards. A one-timer. Bumgardner saved the rebound. Tolan finesses here on the backhand. Far boards. Beaks it to Shorter. Fires. Deflected wide of Slavik. Glove side. Tolan cruising with the puck on the protection. Far side. Wands it far wall. Bumgardner. Great display of forecheck and skating. Cole trying to maneuver the puck here to View, who's gripped up Little freehand, just enough from O'Malley to free the puck. And on the end boards, lost view again, left to Bumgarner, left circle, bottom of it, sliding play O'Malley, sealing off the route pass as Sturgis can't get it out. Grandy kept it alive, but Scott Gomez with a little snicker. His face still toward the offensive zone. That's where he wants it. That puck in. Good work by the Steel here. And now it's a chance. Erickson in alone, trying to go to the backhand, stuffing it in on Slavic, and he ran out of room. Slavic at his right pad make the save. Well, it's excellent. Again, Steel, when they have those moments in the offensive zone, it's Scott Gomez and I at times just shake our heads. It's just, why can't it be like that always? And if it were only like that, my friend, and it's just beautiful. I mean, how many keeps does Steel keep in there? Even a little smile from Gomer and Amato. I'm sure he's saying the same thing right now. If we played like that all the time, nah, I'm just kidding, but who knows? As they have a teeny little laugh. Usually they're very quiet, at least coach-wise. Amato and Gomez, they'll tell each other things here and there, but they have that pro attitude for the most part on the benches. Tumanaro lets it go. Slavic fought it off. 2-2 remains, 4 minutes in period 2. Well, that was good work there from Chicago Steel's Cam Milani. As prior to that look on the forecheck and then on the back check, Milani here in his defensive zone. 15:44 as Grandy will rocket the puck out. Erickson on his horse. Erickson drew a call. As Harris had to clog him up, the speed. I really love this kid's explosive speed for his size. 6'4", 209 pounds. I mean, I've had remarks every game he's been dressed, and he's only had limited shifts. That's the thing. As Scott Gomez mentions with stats, they're very deceiving. That's why, hey, unless they're the ones that really matter for me, I try to avoid it. The point is that this kid just hasn't had enough looks. He's played high school hockey in Mountain, Minnesota. But, you know, no wonder a couple of my boards, they project him to be a third-round pick of some sort. And, again, this is where scouts that do their homework. This is only a 6th game for number 6, but draws the call. He's definitely a guy I would take this summer. Steel looking for the lead here for the first time on the power play. 15:26 in the second period. Shorter to Merrick. And tight Scantlebury to the goal line and caused off the skates. Wooten teaming up as well. And on the coverage, Scantlebury. Across ice feed, Merrick zooming in. Down low to Scantlebury. Steel 10th in the USHL on the man advantage. 0 for 1 this afternoon. Shorter. Back to Merrick. Bottom of the right circle. Back deep slot. Shorter. Left for Kazda. Pass ice feed. Merrick to Scantlebury. Pop by Wooten. Clears it down. As the Gamblers penalty kill in the USHL. Third. 83.8. But they've taken the most minor penalties, 228 of them. Tied at 2. Phillips frees the puck with 54 seconds on the kill in the box. Harris. They do have a shorthanded goal against the Steel back a couple weeks ago as Shorter's tied up. Oh, one hands it as lurking there is Rosival as Kazda's got to hammer it in. Rylan Rooney will play it alongside. Far wall. O'Sullivan will rinse it down. 14:08 in the second. 30-second Steel power play. Tied at 2. Kurtz will pick it up in front of his hash marks. Left for Gockler. Rips it in. Off of Kudrick, sputtering. Great play here by Rooney. Shoots and stops Slavic after he had that puck buttered off his knife. Great play, Ryan Rooney. Getting in there with that, as they say, the right lanes, getting a piece of the clear. A wide open look in front of Slavic and makes an insane stop. Bumgarner will roll it in. Penalties over. Steel, though. Gockler digs it to Kurtz quickly to the right side. Bumgarner down low. Little give and go here. Chance. Sonis fought off as Kudrick deploying the pass there to Bumgarner far wall. Remains tied at 2. O'Malley with a check far boards with Gunner Conboy. Gunner Boy. Well, we did have a Gunner Wolf in the past. That was wonderful. Gunner Wolf Fontaine. Puck freed up. Koltgen Pirouettes with the puck, far corner. Steele changing behind the play. As Harris down the right side will breeze it in toward the right corner. Drbicki on the forecheck. To his left side, Conboy. Back to Drbicki. Tied up, Millet all over it. But up the boards, Drbicki, turnaround right point. We'll play it down low for Katz, who's got the first Green Bay goal. Wooten the second. As the puck is dug free, Steele looking the other way. Milani will fluff it into the left corner. Erickson hard and heavy. And intercepted. Grandy chance off Nate Beanstalk's paw. Plays the puck near wall. Another great play off the puck from the Steele on the Gamblers breakouts. Here's Phillips now, frolicking a sharp angle shot and a rebound wide open for Gavin Katz, who buries it in for his second of the night. And his 27th of the season. A chance one way leads to execution the other. 3-2 Gamblers. Well, tough Phillips, good puck protection. One of the reasons the Flames took this kid in the third round is a bunch of reasons, but still, they get a look. They get a couple of grade A looks on Slavic, and then Phillips from a sharp angle. He's kind of turning past the left circle, and he just throws it to the net. A smart play. And a rebound is there. And as I mentioned, I will protect our goalies to the end of the year. Steele, as Tumanarles looked like he was hit from behind there by Harris. We play on. It takes a lot to take down the Grand Theft Tumanarles. That's Tumanaro here, right side. Getting bothered away from the puck by Sturgis. It was Cruz Martin who hit him coming into the shift. Love it. Gamblers second in the league in penalty minutes. 3-2, Gamblers lead. 11:45 here in the middle frame. And looking for the tying goal. Bumgarner save. Rebound. He's got it. Dallas View gets it back for the steal. Chugga, Dallas View. Tied at 3. Old Choo-Choo going by in front of the net. Dallas View. Great response from the steal. Going to the net, Bumgarner. He's showcasing what he's got too. Good hands. He's been great off the puck offensively, displaying good playmaking ability. Going hard to the net. Big response. 11:41 middle frame tied at 3. As Merrick thrown by O'Malley toward his own bench. Played by Slavic. Left side, Rosiva. Looks ahead on the play. Kurtz will get the puck in his own zone. Scantleberry here from Harris. Big old check. Oh, man, that was fun. Sullivan gave Scantleberry and one of his teammates a steel sandwich as the puck is cleared. And now the Gamblers have a 3-on-2 maybe in the works. It's Roosevelt down the right side, tiptoeing a pass to nobody. Scantleberry chips it off the board slowly through center. That's another thing the Steel maybe do here. Scott Gomez doesn't approve. Here's Wooten to the net. Lost control, takes it back, ripping it to Koltkin. Koltkin blue line, curling left, pass to Phillips, crisply across, seam play. Conboy wristers absorbed by Chiro. And we'll get a stoppage and timeout. 10:48 in the middle frame. We're tied at 3 on the Steel Broadcast and Audio Network. FloHockey. Mark Citra bringing it to the eyes and ears. 10:48 middle frame, 3-3 score. Face off in the Chicago zone is Gully, the Champaign native. U of I, University of Illinois territory. As Gockler, great speed, love the effort steal here this afternoon. Well, they're playing a better game right now than the Gamblers, so I'll tell you that much. I mean, a lot of injuries both sides, but it's a 60-minute game. We're not even halfway through. Big hit there, Harris on Rooney. My goodness gracious, shot from the far side has shorter. Rooney, I love it. He's a gamer. He's tough. He can throw it back, too. And Rooney, he got absolutely demolished there. This is the Gambler team picking it up here. Far boards in the Chicago zone. Martin drops for Carcone. Past O'Sullivan, deep slot. Glove save, Chiro. And as I mentioned earlier in the first period, I love that about this Gambler club. They play that body like it's nobody's business. I love that old school hockey. We'll take another timeout. So 9:59 to play. Tied at 3 on the Steel Broadcast and Audio Network. Period 2. Fox Valley Farewell Tour is a season-long campaign to celebrate the Steel's final year play at the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Through music-themed promotions, giveaways, and experiences, this tour will provide an unforgettable experience for fans while bringing a sense of nostalgia as the team revisits thrilling highlights, noteworthy alumni, and its connection with the fans and community since 2015. As a shot is blocked off a face-off by Dallas View from Maceo Phillips. As a View is crunched from behind by Phillips. A shot to the net. Chiro fought it off. And on the far wall, Tolan. Love that. Just explosive, this Gambler team. They love to finish their checks. To Monaro, far wall. View plays it up the boards with 9:30, 3-3 our score. Bumgardner on the drop here to Tolan. This line's been excellent. The West Coast line, I guess you could call it, of the USHL. Literally almost everyone on the ice surface except for one-hit wonder here, Jonas Kemps, who's got 1-1 today. Goal and assist for Kemps. He rolls it in his defensive zone to Bumgardner. Takes a hit by Conboy. And this Steel team has changed certainly, as off the puck, here come the Gamblers. Wooten going to the net, and he hit the crossbar, maybe back bar. Roosevelt towards the net. Love that speed, and now drop, drip, stop. Conboy point blank denied Chiro. Would love another look at this one. I think that's crossbar, but you never know. Zach Wooten, who's got 1 today. He's got 7 of his 33 against the Steel, 13 points. I'm pretty sure it's crossbar. Looks like they have the Gamblers have a hockey ops assistant there on the bench. Not entirely sure though. Oh, they got the iPad. Come on now. It's 2026. So 3-3 remains. Steel Kazda trying to get to the puck on Beanstalk. Throws him into the boards behind the Gambler net. Kazda down low to Scantleberry. Backhander denied. Slavic on the rebound. Twisted by Kazda, left for Kurtz, from Harris back to Kurtz, looking for a screen. He got it, and a stop. Slavic on a redirect out front by Timmy Kazda. Really good shift right now. As Kazda left, point blank look for Merrick. He's tied up by O'Malley, left corner. Pass from Kazda to Kurtz. Kazda to his right is forced out through center. 8 minutes to go, period 2, tied at 3. Gamblers get a change. Kazda rips a heavy pass. Merrick trying to follow up into the corner. Scarfs it to the far boards. Scantleberry's pass red off a stick, and now the other way, Steele out of gas as the Gamblers 3-on-2. Gully puts on the brakes, right side, shoots, fought off Chiro up high. Far boards, Rossival down low for Gully. Can't take it cleanly. As it ripples to O'Sullivan, fires, deflected off Harris, right into the mitt of Louis Felix Chiro. And folks, the military sweaters from the other side, so pretty, and more importantly, to a better cause. The Wounded Warrior Project. You can own one through Thursday, March 26th. You can find the auction on our website, chicagosteelhockeyteam.com, or by visiting our social media platforms. I know everyone loves to do that. Mr. Old Man up here. 3-3 our score. As those are beautiful. I mean, and the Jackson Crowder fight, I think, makes them look so sweet too. Kudrick good keep on the exit. Milani wrapped up here. As Milani, though, on his knees, makes a pass far wall to Gockler. Shorter lets it go, and he chunked it wide. Slavic never saw it. Milani, good forecheck. O'Sullivan will rip it through center. And Katz, who's got 2 today, drifting back, looking for a play on the far boards. Milani's there, but he gave it right back to Carcone. Carcone through the neutral zone ice as Katz one-hands it right to the Steel defense, and Shorter will break it out. To his left, Gockler swing in. And a 3-3 game with 6:40. He'll lip it behind the net. Will Gockler. Maceo Phillips gets a 4-2 at his bounce on the clear. Halfley to the right side. Sturgis, I like his pace. Number 27 on the Gamblers, Ethan Sturgis. He's a big guy, too. Hasn't played much as well. Another Minnetonka, Minnesota native is listed 6'2", 181, but here's Halfley now, keeping a puck alive, and now on the far boards, Drabicki to the point. Phillips doesn't shoot, walks the line, backhands it towards the net, misses, and Halfley looking for a fancy pass, intercepted by Gockler. Lets it go to Tolan on his horse down the right wing, going to the net. Tolan wrapped up, stays on balance. Great pass here to Bumgardner, missed the net on a one-timer. From the high danger chance area, Tolan's had his best game in a steel sweater today. It's been phenomenal. Kurtz shoots, high rising wrister, rattles wide. Steele though, Bumgardner again deep slot, fake shot pass. Off of Sturgis, can't get the handle on the puck. Down low is played by Tolan, far boards. And it's finessed by the Gamblers. Trubicki through center, Tolan got a piece. Tolan, great check on Sturgis, and then he's finished off by Phillips. Penalty against Green Bay coming up, I believe, on Maceo Phillips. As O'Malley first to the puck with 5:07 here in the middle frame. We're tied at 3. And that's us saying Patrick Tolan, I mean, doing everything on that shift. Creating, and then he draws the penalty when he's coming off. He finishes off his man. And then Phillips, because he's just being an absolute great hockey player, he wants to take out some frustration on the antics of great display of Patrick Tolan. And Tolan, he's a younger guy. I mentioned yesterday, you go through those non-linear, I like to call them, instead of ups and downs, the non-linear trajectory of growth here in the USHL, and he's got a lot of potential. I mean, he's a hard-working player that I'm really excited to see him in a steel sweater next year. Wonder how it'll translate all. Just take your time, kid. Steele looking for the goal. Merrick trying to step in, and then on a knee, Kolkin squibbing puck here. Shorter, almost in trouble. Merrick helps him out at the red line on a bouncing puck, tied at 3. Into the box is Phillips. 4:42 here in the middle frame. Yeah, let's want to see what that call was. I believe it's a roughing, but icing against the Steel here is waved off. Harris will fetch another player. Look out, Fox Valley faithful. Oh. Is that? I don't see. It looks like Poppy up there. It looks like some sort of, you'd say, professional. No assist there to Bumgardner. I don't know why. It was a great play by Cole on Views 17th of the year. Cats here in the second, his second of the game from Phillips. Phillips in the box for cross-checking. Steele, minute 18 on the power play. Down low, it's Kudrick looking back. Dorsky for Gockler. Another call coming up here against the Gamblers, though. Kurtz right to Bumgardner. Kurtz, right circle, down low. Swatted at Slavic to stop. It looked like possession there. Koltkin. And the Gamblers' Achilles heel coming to play here with a minute 3. Period 2. There's 4:09 to go in it, tied at 3. So Phillips in the box. Steele have a 5-on-3 for the Buck 3. Halfley to the box, too. Former NTDP kids right there. Maceo Phillips and Landon Halfley. Halfley, he's definitely a guy that I mentioned earlier. He should be drafted this summer. Easily. I think he'll be an earlier pick, too. I'm not a total expert, but, I mean, it's stuff that we cover and we do. And so, I think he was, to start the year, just on the hundreds. I mean, he should be like a top 3 pick or like a top 3 round guy. So 3-3 or score, speaking of which. 4:09 in the middle frame. 5-on-3. This is the stuff that changes the complexion of hockey games. The Steele, they need one here. And flopping on the draw and keeping it, Kurtz as Tolan won it. To his right, Merrick to Kurtz, shoots. Oh, is stopped by Slavic on the slapper. Like that about Kurtz. He's not shy to shoot. Kazda to the left, back to Merrick. Shoots, he hit the bar. Puck will wire here to the Steele line, 3:48. Here in the middle frame, Steele surf in their own zone. Back they come on the power play. 5-on-3 for 33 seconds. Scantlebury rips it back to Merrick, trying to find Tolan on the wing. Off the body there of the Champaign kid, Elliott Gully, into the boards. Chewing the clock is Harris. Protecting the puck. Merrick trying to dig it free. He does, but then trapped again, Harris. Great work to clean 10 seconds. Far side, it finally goes. Kazda's there. Pass to Kurtz, drops Merrick right side. Back to Kurtz, left Kazda, 5-on-3 over in 5 seconds. Kurtz right, Merrick down low, Scantlebury looking for Tolan, tied up in the clear. Harris, great play. 54 now on the penalty to Halfley. Steele have 3 minutes to go in the middle frame. We remain tied. See if the Steele can get one here. Kurtz, Chicago power play 0 for 2 today. Now, third power play chance right now, so you could say 2.5. Board battle, O'Malley in his own zone. We'll finish our Luca Fantilli, Yusho Potty in the second intermission reports. Speaking of nostalgia, here's Rosival. Now right to Wooten, driving in, looking shorthanded. Gamblers tied with the league, leading 10 shorthanded goals with the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Steele the other way, Bumgardner. Wavering in on the far boards. One more look maybe, looking down low. O'Sullivan seals off view. Kudrick trying to get a handle on the puck. Beeks free to Gockler left side, back to even strength. Shorter back to Gockler, left circle. Fake shot pass. Bumgardner lets it go. Slavic to stop, hit the dasher, and remains in play. View on the backhand, chance across Bumgardner. Kudrick save, rebound denied. Oh my goodness, I think Andrew O'Sullivan got a piece of that. On the rebound, chance icing against the Gamblers with a $1.48 in the L frame. I mean, still played a great game with a $1.48, and the Gamblers will use their timeout here. Good call, Dan Lev, still president, 2-time executive of the year. It's because they're coming off a kill, same personnel. Steele, how many times they kept the puck in? I mean, it's been so beautiful to watch. Getting in the lanes, doing all the right things. I mean, it's on the Scott Gomez smile counter, which I wouldn't say is a full smile, but I'd say like I've seen 2. That's almost twice as many as every game here this year. As Gomer, he doesn't let him go too much. I mean, he's usually got the arms crossed, the tough guy look, and he is a tough guy. So he deserves it. He's one of the few people that can get away with that look. Mike Motto as well, tough guy, but he's got the New England Ray Donovan vibes, as Mott's, as the Steel call him. Yeah, he's kind of a quieter guy in the background that can still, let's just say he can still move some mountains, Mike Motto. You should check out the YouTube clip, folks, if you're bored here on a Sunday. Sean Avery versus Mike Motto. As Mott's taught that clown who's boss. 3-3 or score, $148. Here in the middle frame, face off in the Gamblers zone. Shots are 21-17 if you're curious, Chicago. As right now, Timmy will tiptoe into the draw. As a false start warning is assessed to the Gamblers, saying Haffel will push back, or Halfley rather. Halfley wins the draw over Kazda. Steal all over the puck here, swarming. Kazda to the point. Harris left for Millet. Rushing into the shot was Rosival. Merrick. Backhanded feed. Pinballs Kazda to Scantlebury. Dashing out of the left circle. Scantlebury is wanded off the puck. Rosival. And Millet seals him off in the defensive zone, but Steele butter the puck right back to the Gamblers. Rosival gets it deep. Halfley in on the forecheck with a $1.15 and a 3-3 score in the second. Scantlebury, legal interference. Yes, legal. There is such a thing. It's subtle. It's like playing your man between the goal and the puck. Scantlebury, good job behind the net, just getting in, positioning. Steele, though, back to fish in their own zone, get a piece of the puck, and Drabicki here on the far side, working it to the middle. Fake shot, Conboy lost the puck, but it's a broken play here. It's up for grabs, and Merrick, who's out of gas, to say the least, has to get it in deep. He does, and goes to the bench. As Phillips will fetch. And Phillips disrupted off the work of Dallas View. Sturgis will hammer it in. Right side, Tuminaro to fetch, takes a check. Tuminaro off the board. Steele, get it together, 25 seconds in the period. View, inside out. Takes a huge check from Phillips. Meanwhile, as Gockler's thrashed into the boards by Conboy. D to D go the Gamblers. In their own zone, Beanstalk threads it. Sturgis drops it through center. One more play here. Conboy on the rush. Shot is blocked by Kemps. Rolls behind the Chicago net. And a push, 1 second left corner is Tuminaro sprawling here. He's going at it with Carcone. Gino's not afraid to get in the mix. I love it. And you have another guy, Nick Knutson, not in the lineup for the Gamblers here, but got to respect that, man. I mean, Gino, he's 200 pounds. He's listed at 5'8" and 3. Just give him the 5'9". Come on. 5'8" and a 3/4. It's like, it's awkward saying that. Carcone. But I like that. He's a slick playmaker. 80 USHL assists with his assist today, and also got 131 PIMs in 159 games, but he's a hard-working player. Him and Tuminaro going at it. Buzzer, we're tied at 3 through 40. Shots are 21 for the Steel, 17 Gamblers. We're going to finish our interview with Johnny Lazarus and Luca Fantilli on the Fox Valley Farewell Tour, the U Show podcasts. Tied at 3 through 40 here on the Steel Broadcast and Audio Network.
Harvey, like those guys, I was really close with. Because I played a lot, like the second year, guys like Jackson Blake, Anthony Dowd, like Jack Harvey, like those guys, I was really close with. But obviously, like on like every single group, like both teams, every single guy in that team was unbelievable, dude. And like I could text them now and check in on how they're doing, and but yeah, it's pretty cool to keep in touch with those guys after a long time of not playing together.
This could be our pitch, but hopefully they can recruit you guys down when they open up the new arena, do some sort of ceremony for the Clark Cup team.
That'd be
Pretty
sick,
cool.
man. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
they're moving downtown Chicago. That's actually insane.
Gonna be awesome.
That's
Gonna
gonna
be
be
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spoke to Scotty Gomez a little bit a couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah?
ago. He's the head coach there now, obviously, and he was
Yeah.
saying like just having the NHL guys around too.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be so awesome to have that like little blend of USHL and NHL.
Yeah.
But you know, curious, sticking kind of with that team, like when you watch NHL games now, is it hard for you to pick like who you're watching? Obviously, your brother's in the league, so like
Yeah.
that's probably where your priority is. But
Yeah.
you must be flipping through every game every night to watch all your buddies.
We were actually joking about that the other day over here. We're like, dude, like we could pick any game. Like we have a lot of guys in the house here at Michigan. It's like we could pick any game, and there's someone at least one of us was playing with, you know, on the program in Chicago. Like we can watch anybody. So it's like, okay, yeah, I'll be watching Adam's game. Then, you know, like I'll throw on, you know, like Buffalo, and then it's like, you know, like Josh Stone's playing, or, you know, I'll throw on Florida, Mackey, San Masco. Just like there's just like you kind of go around, and it's cool to watch these guys succeed at that level. And it's like it's honestly so cool to watch them every night. It's awesome.
So how many guys live in that house? I've been there once. Jake Slaker, who I was friends with, he's before your time, but he was the captain there. I guess, yeah, I'm like 10 years out of school, so like 10 years ago or whatever. But that house had like what, 5 people in it? 5 guys living in it? Or
yeah, so there was I think you're talking about 1114, that house. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
That house was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I lived in that house my sophomore year with Seamus Casey and Gavin Brindley. And we ended up getting evicted from that house.
Oh God.
So yeah, it was not it was a little messy and stuff, but we ended up moving to kind of a new house over here, and we got like 7 guys in this house here, and it's been great.
Wow. That's hilarious. 7 guys in one house. Is it spread out like seniors through freshmen? Well, freshmen probably can't, but seniors and sophomores?
The freshmen can't, but we got some seniors, a lot of juniors, no sophomores. Yeah, like juniors and seniors. Yeah.
Nice. Who's a troublemaker?
You know what? Tyler Duke. I gotta say Tyler Duke. He lives like literally the room next to me, and that guy's ridiculous. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's one of my best buddies. He's great.
Yeah, that's the stuff you're gonna miss. You know, that's the good stuff right there.
That's what everybody's
all the boys. Yeah, it's true. It's true. You won't remember the games. You'll remember that stuff. So I'm kind of jealous of you a little bit, honestly. That's good stuff.
No, that's what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, going back into hockey a little bit. Who's your crew in the summer? Like, where do you train? Who are you working out with? Who are you skating with? Is it like pro guys, college guys? You know, what's the blend there?
Yeah, we actually I'm doing something a little different this summer.
Okay.
This coming up summer, me and my brother gonna stay in Toronto for most of the summer, I think. But recently, the past 2 years, we've been training down here in Michigan. I've been training with the Michigan guy, Joe Marr.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
Down here. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome. He'll get you big for sure. He lifts like a tank with that guy. But I've been working out with him, skating with guys like Adam Nicholas, Jimmy McGroarty, like just kind of mixing it all up.
Big cat.
I'm skating with guys like Adam, like pro guys, college guys. But my crew back in Toronto is awesome. I work out with Dan Noble. He's got guys like Mitch Marner, Anthony Sorelli, the Radish brothers. Like they got a great crew down there in Toronto. So I think that's who me and Adam will be spending most of our time with in Toronto this summer. But obviously just like such high end talent anywhere you go, and like just to be able to skate with those guys in the summer and see how they train and practice, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Those are some good names there. That's a sick group.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, you know, I'm so excited to like ask you this question because you know I feel like you're a very upbeat, energetic, truthful, genuine guy. Like, is it still weird to you seeing Adam in the NHL, or is it cool? Like, because when you get to our age, like when you play Fusion College, like your good friends are in the NHL, and it's like it's still weird that they're just like a normal dude, like, you know.
Honestly, like It's so weird. I mean, like it's so weird seeing these guys in the National Hockey League, like Adam especially, because
Yeah.
he's like my little brother. You know what I mean? But
Legit.
I mean, like,
Legit.
literally, he's my little brother, and it's
Yeah.
like even like Gavin Brindley, like Seamus Casey, like all of these guys who I played with, and I'm really close with Rucker McGroarty. Like these guys are in the National Hockey League, and it's like, are you kidding me? Like well, these guys are like Rucker's playing with Sidney Crosby. It's like, what's going on? Like, but I mean, like just seeing Adam in the NHL, it's been weird, obviously, but it's been so cool to just
Yeah.
be able to pick his brain like about that league and like get like the insider kind of like stories and stuff and to watch him on TV like every night. It's honestly awesome. But yeah, it's definitely a little weird.
Does he still tune into Michigan games and stuff? Like, are you guys talking about your games and whatnot? Like, how is that dynamic? 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm sure you're both super busy, like, obviously.
Yeah, I know for sure. But when he can, if he doesn't have, because we obviously play Friday, Saturday, so if he has like a night off and on one of those days, he's obviously like he's watching the whole game. He gets him wherever he can, and he'll be texting me, like what I can be better at and and what I'm doing good. But yeah, it's honestly so awesome. I'm so lucky to have that relationship with him and to be able to just like pick his brain about stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. I'm gonna ask you a two-part question, okay?
Yeah.
And it's kind of tough. So I if you need a second to think about it, also we edit this, so don't worry
Okay.
about timing. But who is the best player that you played against in the USHL, and who's the best you've played against in college through 4 years? I didn't have this question prepped, by the way. I just came up with it. So
no,
I'm
I mean
curious.
that's a sick question. That's like I mean like that's
Thanks,
unbelievable. That's
a sick question.
Tough. Like it's tough. Oh man. I mean in college,
Might be hard to think back all those years in the USHL.
yeah, I'm just trying to think of because like we had the COVID year, so we couldn't really go and play teams. In college, you gotta say guys like Matthew Nyes, like a lot of those guys on Minnesota were unbelievable. Obviously, like you got the guys on Boston College we played in the Frozen Four, like like Pro Leonard, like Smith, like those guys were awesome. I'm honestly, I think I'm gonna say Matthew Nyes. He was just such he was an absolute
beast.
He's a beast.
Beast.
He's so good. Just also just like just so hard to like get off the puck. Like he's like once he has it, it's tough to get it off his stick. USHL. I don't know. I think we had all the really good.
Yeah, maybe he was against in practice.
In practice, man, I'm trying to think of those teams. I don't know. I might have to get back to you about the USHL one.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. No
If
worries.
that's okay. But
I don't want to put pressure.
I know. I'm gonna think a little more about
Well,
that. But
you could say in practice, who was the hardest guy in like a one-on-one in practice?
I mean, Adam was so hard. Like
yeah,
Farrell and Coronado, Samoskevich.
That kid could shoot a puck, huh?
Like just like being able to like manipulate like your feet and then like shoot through like screens and triangles. Like that guy can like pick a corner. Like he's unbelievable. Man, I'm trying to think USHL here.
You don't gotta name everybody. You're good. You've done your job.
Yeah, I'm trying to just give you as many names as I can.
You've done your. I asked for one. You're good. You gave me like 6. My last question for you, and I gotta ask this one, even though you're on the wrong side of it. But what did you guys do for the gold medal game? Like, how did that go? There's got to be some good stories. I mean, were you all crammed in that house watching the game?
We were in actually the house that the sophomores live in. So I think like Haig, Horkoff, Rayo Mullen, and Miles Gus. Those guys live together, and they have like a massive TV, like good couch setup. So we all kind of went there, and we had like a big crew, and we were all up early. I think all the Canadians went and got like Tim Hortons and got like Timbits and like coffees and stuff. And the Americans went to Dunkin' and we just kind of like mixed up groups.
It's that deep. The rivalry's that deep that you're doing Dunkin' versus Tim's.
Yeah, it was honestly pretty insane. Like we weren't talking for most of that game, but yeah, watching that game with those guys, honestly, it was great just to see like how good those guys are like in the Olympics. Like they were unbelievable. But I mean, obviously overtime came and uh and Jack scored, and I mean the Americans were I mean some of the guys I think almost started crying, like Tyler Duke and Dakota Ramon. I think those guys were borderline on the edge of crying, and
Wow.
we just kind of had to sit there and eat it, but it was honestly awesome to watch with those guys. It was great.
It was cool that there were some Michigan guys on the end. Well, all 4 guys I think were from, or at least like have some sort of Michigan background. Hellebuck being from there, Jack obviously with his ties, and then Werenski, which was super cool. Like, you know, Larkin on the ice too, having like the Michigan guys on the ice for that goal. Like, I'm sure that was talked about or maybe not even acknowledged. I don't even know.
No, like it was.
The emotion was so high.
I mean, it's sick to have those guys who like played here, like represent their country and to like win a gold medal like that. I mean, it's so cool. I know like Michigan was posting all about it on Instagram and stuff, so we saw a lot of it. But yeah, that was super cool.
Luca Fantilli with Johnny Lazarus. And the U Show podcast, good stuff from Luca Fantilli earlier talking. That was part 2. If you want the whole thing or you missed any of it, folks, just USHL.com, the U Show. Luca throwing back the nostalgia to the Fox Valley faithful in the Fox Valley Farewell Tour. Second intermission report presented by Tidal Wave Sports, leading supplier of custom uniforms and team apparel, and uniform supplier of your Chicago Steel with a strong emphasis on quality, top-notch customer service. Tidal Wave Sports is your one-stop shop for all your uniform and apparel needs. Having been founded by and run by hockey players, Tidal Wave Sports is always ahead of the latest styles and technologies to keep the players feel great and look wonderful. Contact Tidal Wave Sports today. 3-3 our score, second intermission report. I love it. We go right in, and we're going to be right ready for the third period. Tied at 3. Well, it's been a good one. I think the Steel have played a hard game here this afternoon. I mean, early in that first period, I like the poise. I like the pace. But Green Bay on a couple of Steel giveaways in the breakouts. First, Cats is 26th from Carcone. Wooten follows it up 54 seconds later from Elliot Gully, making it 2-0. And I still like the pace for the Steel in the game. I still like what they're doing on the forecheck, still creating. Patrick Tolan and Jonas Kemps team up for Dallas Views, 16th of the year. Great first primary by Tolan. On Kemps' second goal, still that after that first one, they really felt like that they turned another level on. I mean, they were all over pucks. Still doing that in the second period in terms of, hey, Green Bay breaking it out off the puck, getting in the lanes, making all the right plays. Kemps' second of the year, second point of the game at 18:47 of the first from Rylan Rooney, and Luke Gockler tied it at 2. Second period, I thought it was a little bit more 50-50. I thought the Steel, though, doing a phenomenal job limiting the grade A chances. But for Chicago, something to note in terms of the power plays. I mean, the Steel had their chances on the power play. Both teams 0 for on the power play. Gamblers 2 chances, 3 for the Steel in that at least second period, and they couldn't capitalize. The Gamblers getting Phillips in on his own entry, shoots a sharp angle shot from an angle. And on the rebound, Cats has his second of the game and 27th goal of the year. Dallas View answered a goofy bounce. Colt Bumgardner, I thought, threw it to the net. I believe he should get an assist on it. I don't know what kind of Poindexter roll there is. It must have hit a Gambler's stick cleanly. Because he was evoked of a assist on that play. It's View's 17th and second of the year as well. But the Steel, we'll see. The special teams is easy to just point a finger at. You can't take penalties here in the third. I mean, who wants it more? I've said this question 100 times this year. But do the Gamblers, do they need the points? They haven't won in 7 hockey games. They're in a 3-3 as well, traveling. There's no excuses. Who wants it more? Well, Pat McCann. He wants an explanation from an official here as we're ready to start the third period in just a moment. It's the Gamblers 3, the Steel 3 on our second intermission report, wrapping it all up on the Steel Broadcast and I Network. Third period coming at you next, tied at 3 here from the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Period 3 next. Surface, and for the Gamblers, their final moments at the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Tied at 3. And when the Steel are tied after 40, their record 7-4-4. Green Bay, when tied after 40, this is just their 10th time. They're 4-2-3. Ties are goofy, huh? I mean, they're not the cleanest records. Like I was mentioning, tied after 1, tied after 2. And I'll tell you what, Cedar Rapids is the team that seems like they're a huge third period team. It's going to be a fun playoffs. And the Steel, they're not eliminated technically yet, but they're going to need a lot of help in that department, and we're not going to talk about it. And, you know, they've been on the outside looking in for some time now. You get a team that's on the inside. The Gamblers here again, 4 points away from a bye. I mean, they're clinging to at least some sort of home ice advantage in the first round in the 4 seed, but ideally the bye is where you want to be. You get some rest, a week off, and home ice. So that's kind of what, at least if Green Bay gets a point, they tie Cedar Rapids today with third place, but one at least more game in hand, and we have matching minors, Sterbicki and Tuminaro here for third period, and we have the third period underway. So we're 4-on-4. Kudrick, Merrick, Kemps, and Kurtz for the Steel, and the Gamblers behind their own net as Wooten gets the rush from Harris, O'Sullivan, and the Champagne kid, Elliott Gully. On the far boards, puck is detoured off the end boards by Harris. Kurtz one-hands it through the neutral zone ice, back to Wooten, who's got his 7th goal against the Steel this season, 13th point, 33rd goal of the year. Kurtz fighting off pressure, goes to his right, Merrick. Down the right side, Aiden Merrick to the net, shoots, and Slavic doesn't know where it is, and it's in the right side now. Sullivan's got it, but he was pickpocketed by Kudrick. To Merrick, fakes the shot deep, slot on a knee, gets up Merrick toward the net, slide pass there, Merrick, I love it. Couple of really nice, pretty passes for Aiden Merrick today, but no connection yet. Maine's tied at 3:51 seconds of 4-on-4. Millet, quick outlet, gets the puck back, trying to spin to the net. Millet is going to be punched into the boards, puck sputtered free, and Rosival the other way. Costa hustling back, Rosival though, full burst of speed. It is hooked up on the play. There could be a penalty shot here. Phillips gets it. A wrister blocker saves Giroux, top of the left dot. Yes, there is. Penalty shot for the Gamblers. Louis Felix Giroux will, at least, he loves breakaways. He loves the shootout, does Giroux. We'll see how he does here on the penalty shot. And Steel bench here on fours. It's going to be Rossival on the penalty shot. Well, whenever this moment comes in, it's funny because pretty rare moment, but 3-3 penalty shot. Louis Felix Chirot has faced a couple of them. He's 1 for 2. As Rossival slowly in the right circle right now. Now accelerates. It scores. Good change of speed as Rossival gives the Gamblers the lead. And his goal to make it 4-3. Number 22 for Rossival. I like that where you kind of maybe have a burst of speed and slow it. And so by the time you're in that hash mark area, you have maybe some ability, some space to accelerate, to make a move, and 4-3 Gamblers. So Green Bay gets a big one there, and I love a good penalty shot. I mean, I think at one point we could see that at least. I have no idea. It's not like they talked about it. I could just see in the future where the game evolves and there's more penalty shots instead of power plays. I'm talking not even, but I just feel like the way the game is evolving with speed and size, it already moves fast enough. Can't rule it out, folks. 4-3 Gamblers, 17-50 in the third. See if the Gamblers will build off it. I mean, the Steel have really had a good game today. Kudrick over the line to Kurtz. Give and go. Stop on the right pad there. Trickling through the goal mouth as Halfley bumps View. View at 2. Took a check from O'Malley in the Gamblers zone as the Gamblers recycle. Gamblers in their beautiful sweaters. Their logo classic. Icing against the Gamblers. Bobcat, who's smirking. Very cute and cuddly looking thing. The hockey stick. But he's got a good spirit. It's like he's an energy guy, the Gambler. Vegas gold, Boston Bruins gold on the outline, black trim on the shoulders and pants with the Gambler logo on the shoulders. The numbers are black but white on the inside. It's very slick. Again, I'd say if you weren't a fan, it'd be like a Boston Bruin jersey away. Home jerseys are even just gnarlier. We were talking about the Grape Youngstown. How about the Steel Military from the other nights? You can bid on them still. Just go to ChicagoSteelHockeyTeam.com or our platforms. Those are gorgeous, but there's some good-looking sweaters. Tolan and a 4-3 Gambler lead off the icing. Bumgardner up high to Millett. Lets it go. A shot fought off. Never got to Slavic as Halfley rather. Push there, and now puck bumps to Shorter, who gave it back. Conboy will get it in deep. 3 minutes into the third period. Penalty shot goal for Rossival. Gives the Gamblers the lead. Sturgis over the logo. Intercepts. Good play. Sturgis passing to himself. A quick wrister. Big rebound. Blocked by Shorter. Still on the far side. Cruz Martin now is in pain is Shorter. He gets up slowly. Meanwhile, fake shot. Harris post rebound is there. Backhand score. Gully is Shorter in pain, grabbing his right eye or face rather, but the Gamblers persevere and on a couple of rebounds bury in front of the net and have a 5-3 lead. Well, the only way that this would be a challenge if it's a high stick that was missed and Shorter if it was a 4. I mean, it doesn't look from afar like it. As Peter Goldman is on the phone, it's like the bullpen here. But I'm not sure who he's communicating with, ready to drop the puck. Maybe it's his secret boss. As we're back to playing. No challenge, 5-3 Gamblers. 16-20 in regulation. Kazda bumped off the puck by Harris. And I said it earlier, well, didn't say the full quote, but good teams find a way to win. Blank teams find a way to what? And we have extras here. Harris and Tuminaro just take it out. Grand Theft Tuminaro going to pound town on Harris. Well, Tuminaro losing his temper. Referees have Pan is struggling to break it up. Tuminaro still wants to go with Harris. As the Pandas impede Kemps as Grant F. Tuminaro throwing the helmet. He can't take it anymore. Well, I'm not entirely sure the beef. It must have been behind the play because the Steel, giving up 2 huge goals here. You got a guy trying to do something, and Cole Tuminaro, I love this kid, man. I love how he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he's not someone you'd want to mess with. I would love to see what happened here. Prior to this, I want to say that Harris and Tuminaro got engaged into it. And Cole Tuminaro going Grand Theft style, just as advertised, but there's no replay available in the building, of course. I love our production staff. Eric Kruger, all the camera operators. And new Matty Ice to the fan promotion squad as Alexis Abelov is promoted, and not only that, engaged. Shout out to Peter Goldman for being a little squirrel about that. Oh, you don't get in my ear unless there's something important to say before a puck drops. So for Cole Tuminaro, he's got a 5. I don't see anything else on the board because, Tuminaro is just going after it. Sam Harris, who, again, I mentioned a couple times tonight, has been stellar. He's a two-way defenseman, does the little things very well, good puck mover. That's another guy I wouldn't be surprised, through college or whatnot, if he gets drafted or not. Sam Harris, he's going to be a good pro. 5-3 Gamblers, and I think they have a 5-minute power play, to my knowledge. Serving will be Benson Grandy, and so Tuminaro's done. Well, this is a frustrating. There's no excuse for it, but I understand where it's coming from Cole Tuminaro. Score off the face-off hat trick for Cats as he points to the ice side tables. And not sure if there's any Gamblers fans in the house, but the Gamblers a 6-3 lead. They've taken this game over, and they have 4 minutes and 58 seconds to score as much as they want. Scott Gomez is muttering words under his breath, chewing his gum pretty vocally, and 6-3 Gamblers. Still want to see what happened here, but it's a no-brainer that Tuminaro started pummeling away. I want to see what led up, if I can, on video to it, but Gamblers will see if they can add some more to their 3rd-ranked power play here in the USHL. And so with 2 points today, Green Bay will flip with a game in hand over Cedar Rapids as Scott Gomez talking to his assistant coach, Mike Motto. Sometimes I wish I was a fly on the wall for conversations like that. The frustration, I get it all year. And I think these guys have been just phenomenal. Scott Gomez, Mike Motto. Even in terms of his professionalism. And just hearing some of Gomer's stories, too, from his day. But it's awesome. It's totally different. It's awesome, but it's also these kids should be so fortunate they have these guys at their arsenal. 6-3 Gamblers, 3:54 power play time, 15:03 in the 3rd. Gamblers set it up. Wooten here from Cats. Cats looking for 4. Tip in front of the net. Tie-up was made as Cruz Martin lifted by Harris. O'Sullivan will wrangle it back here in his own zone. Coming into the league 4th among D in scoring. Smooth defenseman, two-way guy. As the Gamblers, Roosevelt has got the game winner right now as it stands. Trubicki plays at far wall. Conboy circles the wagon, lassoing down the left side. Lost the puck. Scantleberry got a piece for a moment. Millett stiffs him off the puck, and now Trubicki impedes with Scantleberry. Ran into Millett, left corner. puck flared through the middle of the ice, tipped by Scantlebury. Extra effort play. And with a 6-3 Gambler lead, 2:54 in the Green Bay power play. Shot misses the net. As the puck is going to be played through center, 13:52 in the third. Beanstalk will fetch in his own zone. Gamblers definitely taking their time as this Fox Valley faithful is absolutely muted, and this isn't going to be broadcaster rips on the home crowd, but still at home, I mean, with the loss today would fall to 2 games under 500 at home, and I've mentioned that at times. It's amazing, the power play numbers, but when it's all said and done, as Scott Gomez says, execution. But that's an area, if the Steel in their new rink next year, they're going to want that place to be their best friend. I mean, they're going to, says this announcer, but no, they're going to really have to win. Like, good teams know how to win at home. They know how to win the games they should. They don't find ways to lose. That's all there needs to be said. O'Sullivan, minute 45 of power play time all of a sudden. 6-3 Gamblers here in the third as the clock chews down. 12:50 it reads. Toward the blue line, Wooten down low. Give and go, rip, save on the left pad, Chiro, who's been so mentally strong throughout the season. Right now the puck crisscrossing into Chicago territory. And it's wrinkled out. A minute 12 on Benson Grandy, I guess because Tumanaro's out of the game. He's done. Well, that's tough. I mean, Steele, they give the 2 quick ones, the penalty shot and a big rebound, and then off a face-off win. I mean, it's just, you're outplaying this team through 40 minutes. But again, as Scott Gomez says, you make the mistakes, you make good teams make you pay. Trying to go back to this moment before Tumanaro was ejected, and now it's a chance for Kazda. Hits the post, pulling in and dragging as the puck goes the other way. Gamblers with speed. Rosivals teammates looked offside. We play on. And a great play there by Kazda to turn it down. Puck with 11:30 here in the regulation. 15 seconds on Tumanaro's major, which I'll look at here at the break. Thrown into that, Chiro absorbs. The Fox Valley faithful are stunned. Gamblers 6, Steel 3. We're staying right here. Still 9 seconds on this kill. This thing's taking forever. At one point it was flying, and now all of a sudden the last whatever seconds have been just insane. This is not in the picture of Cole Tumanaro, because I know our brilliant producer Eric Kruger would, oh, here it is, there you go. Oh, just come on now. Tumanaro, folks, you'll get the feedback after the break, but I'm pretty surprised that's a 5 kill, but that's not the reason the Steelers are losing. Well, so far they're doing it. I mean, besides that one goal, I know the Gamblers have kind of peeled back on the gas pedal, but for a team that scored 2 seconds in the 5-minute major, I mean, and a top 3 power play, it was a good kill, but here's Gully in tight, backdoor score. Cruz Martin blasts it home, and the extra point is good. And a 4-goal unanswered third period for the Gamblers. Avalanche continues 7-3 Green Bay. And it mentioned again, I mean, not giggling too much about it, but you have that face-off outside your zone. You're playing hard on the kill, and, I mean, coming in just right to left, tick, tack, toe. Martin finish his 8th of the year. And a little bit of everything here in this third period for the Steel with 11:05 to play, and tough again for Louis Felix Chiro as Wang thinks he's getting in there, and sometimes I think Scott Gomez and his troops coaching staff, I like that they not just let the goalie sit, but Wang seems ready to go. He's can see his gear at least when he's perked up from the Jumbotron. I can't see his face or anything. 7-3 Gamblers. And goalies, right, the whole other breed. I like that they think they're so special than everybody. I still think they're the most important position. That's my useless opinion, but they are, because you could say like pitchers in baseball, right? You could say they're a breed, you know, they're, especially on days they start, right? Tweakers, you know, they're just, can be great guys. Not to say that every baseball player or hockey player isn't, just, I think they got good personalities for the most part. They had a passionate style, I think, to the game. And one thing a goaltender, I've never met one yet that says, I love coming in cold. I still have not met a goalie in a hockey game. As Costa throws it to the goal mouth, trickles under Slavic. Quick whistle is a little extra here. Phillips is getting into it. And we got a dog pile as things are really messy at Fox Valley Ice Arena. Pandas are going to be busy now. Jonas Kepps is wrestling with his man as all hell is broken loose in the final moments of the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Gambler 7, Steel 3. We'll be right back with 9:52 in regulation on the Steel Broadcast and Audio Network. Goals here in the third for the Gamblers. First on a penalty shot by Roosevelt, making it 4-3 Green Bay. Gully, Katz, and Martin in succession with Gully. No, it was Katz, the power play goal. And at the end of it, Martin buries one. Ethan Sturgis picks up 2 assists for his first USHL points. Congratulations, young man, as the Gamblers Nation still probably tuning into the broadcast. Welcome them as well. I'm sure Steel fans have turned me off, most likely, and if they've not, that's a compliment. But for a team, again, it's you still really good effort through 40. I mean, right now, 7-3 Green Bay, 9:40 is the Steel will have a chance here on the man advantage. That was tough. You know, that is tough to watch in some ways as the Gamblers here so dangerous, shorthanded. Here's Gully streaking in. He's got a chance. Stop Giroux on the blocker. Elliot Gully, the Champaign native, who's got 4 points, a goal, 3 helpers this afternoon. Katz a hat trick. And it's pretty ugly out there right now for the Steel. Yep, and on the power play, it's been a chance to give the Steel lead there in the second. 0 for 3, 0 for 4 right now on their 4th chance. And it's tough. It's really tough to say that this game was 3-3 like 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Well, you got to play through. Scott Gomez mentioned no one's packing it in here. As trust me, Gomer would rather have a roster that's in Mike Motto, Bobby Geffert, with guys that are workers. And here's a pinball chance, a hand pass. They wave off Kudrick here in front of the net. Then guys who are going to sit back or they're not going to give it every night. They're not going to do the little things to be better. I mean, not make the silly plays through the middle or whatever it might be. I mean, there's no lectures or way to put it. It's just that's what's going to happen. You're going to get a whole unit that's going to be working together, play a gritty, I'd say, blend of New Jersey's old school devil-style hockey, but doing the little things. I mean, just doing the details that matter. And when I say little things, I mean that could be anything from passing to just your deposits to so much. Shorter lets it go, a rip, and we're going to leave that for Mike Motto and the staff as stop is made by Slavic. 26 seconds the call here. Kemps gets a unsportsmanlike at 10 though, but he's done. He was sent to the dressing room and a rough. Cats a misconduct at 10 and a 2. Half Lee is serving that. Tumanaro's penalty is game misconduct aggressor. Yes, that was the penalty. That was like old school Youngstown Phantoms for Tumanaro. Yeah, that's what as you'd say, the Fox Valley Farewell Tour days, you'd get Phantoms who would just Happy Gilmore, like when his caddy, and he just drops the gloves immediately and just starts pummeling. Happy Gilmore style as this is lifted up and out of play here into the bench area. 7-3 Gamblers, 7:46 to go here in regulation on the Steel Broadcast and Audio Network. You're listening to Chicago Steel Hockey in the final weekend of the Fox Valley Farewell Tour. Don't miss it. Friday, April 3rd, first 500 fans will receive a Rusty bobblehead, courtesy of Circle K. Then on Saturday, April 4th, it's at 6:05 Central, the final game of the Fox Valley Farewell Tour. The fun bus stops here, folks, unless you're going to downtown Chicago. Until then, the fiesta will end at the Fox Valley Faithful. It's hard to believe, at least with Greg Moore in the house where it all started, at least for me, with the USA, but we're not talking about me. 7-3 Gamblers, another penalty on the building. Well, Steel have lost, I think, half of their D right now because the referees, the Pandas, they call them, they're not taking any injuries. They're not taking any shenanigans this time of year. As View lets it go, looking for the hat trick. Good look, blocker side. Good save by Slavic. And to my knowledge, it was Maceo Phillips and Wild Harris. Referee just says you're done. You're getting a 10, you're done. It's easier to deal with that than to deal with a brawl or something like that. You know that the rule is it's like if you fight under, I think it's like under 5 minutes in a game, and there's you're automatically suspended for a game, and so there's this window right here where you could just have guys fighting each other and nobody gets suspended. I think the referees are saying no. If there's anything that we're going to see, you're done. And so Kemps, Harris, Tumanaro all done. And for Chicago, so they're going to have 3 defensemen to finish out this 6:42. Steel power play's got 55 seconds on it. Kurtz scores. First USHL goal for Jaden Kurtz on the power play. A glimpse of the future for Jaden as he spanks it by Slavic. Gamblers have the lead 7-4. Well, good for him, and again, a player that's got a lot of potential. Fox Valley Feet are on their feet for the first time in some time. 7-4, 6-4-38 here in regulation. Back to center, Drbicki versus Granny Imano. Drbicki wins the draws. It's throttled by Harris. Sturgis in on the forecheck. He's got 2 assists today, and I love it. He's playing the body. Sturgis freed the puck. There's Milani out here. Sturgis right back into Chicago territory by Cruz Martin. He's got a goal. And the Gamblers, I read 6 players, all but 6 have a point today, led by Gavin Katz, Elliot Gully. Gully with a +39 and leading the USHL. I rarely use that stat, but as a forward, shows his depth as his shot is blocked. And Erickson the other way. Is good to see him. Here's Erickson powering himself in the offensive zone. Great play across the toll and fires into the logo. Slavic plays it along with 5:40 in regulation. 7-4 Gamblers. Loving Erickson. I mean, he's not playing as much as I'd like. It's where it's hard at some scouts. Like, you might see a guy for 3 shifts and you come out for a game. As Kurtz will get it out of his own zone. Can't be taken cleanly as Gockler looking to flip it. And thanks a lot, Jaden. A free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich or chicken biscuit tomorrow at Chick-fil-A Batavia and Chick-fil-A St. Charles, courtesy of Jaden Kurtz, Dallas View, and James Scantleberry assisting the goals. As it's rattled out of play with 5:13 regulation. This game was really good. I mean, I thought through 40, really good hockey game. Still, even the start, I like the speed, I like the pace. Gamblers, though, still giving the puck away in their own zone blatantly twice. Katz makes the steal pay from Carcone, and then Wooten made it 2-0 from Gully, but the Steel responded. They kept playing the right way. They upped their game, and Patrick Tolan and Jonas Kemp's assist to View's 16th of the year. Kemp's would tie it with less than 2 minutes to play in the first from Rooney and Gockler. A great forechecking shift, keeping many pucks in succession. Katz off a rebound, got a goal to make it 3-2, but View responded. I mean, less than a minute later, it was 3-3. As Louis Felix Chirot smothers a shot here with 4:50 in regulation. Then all hell broke loose as Steele, Timmy Kaz, the third infraction of the afternoon. It was a penalty shot to Rosival, who's got that speed. He's got a really good explosive first step as a forward. Runs in the family, obviously. He was hounded from behind, and he gets a penalty shot. He makes a nice move on Chirot, and from that point on, a minute 33 in, another big rebound. Gully buried it from Sturgis and Martin. Gully's 22nd of the year, made it 5-3, and that's where Tuminaro went after in frustration. I'm not saying he should at all. I'm just saying I would be frustrated too. Another puck out of play. And that led to a 5-on-3 for the Gamblers and a goal by Katz for the hat trick. Gully the helper, and then as the penalty kill expires, Gully and Sturgis assist to Martin's 8th on a pretty tic-tac-toe goal, and Jaden Kurtz moments ago gets the steal back on the board on the power play from View and Scantleberry. 7-4 Gamblers, 4:47 here in the third. Shots are 28-25 Green Bay. Yep, so barring a miracle, Green Bay will flip with Cedar Rapids. They'll be in third place with a game more played than Dubuque and Cedar Rapids. Kurtz, great little look there for Kudrick, and Kurtz has gotten incrementally better every weekend. He's been up here as he shoots one up high and wide. As this one, we mentioned him being highly touted at least. Takes a crushing check on the retrieval there from another 17, Gunnar Conboy. Kurtz, though, back up into the play here. Red line, he'll rope it in as those two go at it. Conboy and Kurtz. Score. From the far side, there's extra credits. Getting a stat packer to make it 7-5. Brady Kudrick. From the far wall steal. Great work on the puck, and never say never. The Geneva Miracle. Scantlebury with the helper again, and Kudrick getting a screen in front of the net. Slavic never saw it from Cole Bumgarner. It's 7-5, Gamblers 4-11 in regulation. Plenty of clock. But for the steal, too little, too late. Maybe. As the puck on the far boards, we'll see. Give them credit. I mean, they've been arguably the better team 5-on-5, but too much of everything going harm's way today for the steal. And hey, does that make room for too much to go in their way? I got to work for it. Gully the to O'Malley. So the Gamblers 7-5 lead. Rosival left corner with 3:37 here in regulation. Funnels it. Left wing boards Wooten far side. Steal again. They're playing with two defensemen. I mean, it's incredible. Beanstalk. Turnaround shot. Gully missed the net. Was blocked. Nice check view. Oh, my goodness. He just demolished Wooten. Nice check there, Dallas. There's that chugga view train. Steele changing there. Get away with a clean change. Kazda trying to play it back. Pummeled back in by Conboy in the far corner with 3:02 in regulation. 7-5 Gamblers. Sturgis, really like this kid's game. Big forward too. It reminds me of Erickson a little bit, but Sturgis are really, I don't know, he seems like a really flashy skater. This is the first game I've seen him. 2 assists for him today, first USHL points. As Steele still in the defensive zone, dig it free. We'll keep an eye on Chiro. Pretty incredible to Steele have made this a close game. Kurtz, right to Kazda down the right side. Off comes Chiro. Shot drizzled through traffic on the backhand by Scantlebury, who will take bragging rights and a chance. View on a tip. He's wide open in front of the net. And the Steel are going to call a timeout with 2:18 in regulation. 7-5 Gamblers. We're going to step aside as well and Steel broadcast at Audio Network. Into Chicago, Still Hockey. Mark Citron bringing it to your eyes and ears. Rockford with a 3-zip lead over Grand Rapids. That's good to see. 7:27 ticking there at the BMO Center. We'll at the United Center where the big boys play. Hawks. We're in action. They were tied at 2 last I checked. And they lose in overtime 3-2. Hurricanes beat Pittsburgh 5-1. Colorado in overtime over the Caps 3-2. Is there really this many games? Wow, there is. Jets beat New York Rangers 3-2 at 7-5 Green Bay. And 2:14 here in regulation. Empty net steal. As Views got the puck here in the right corner after a timeout called by Scott Gomez and Mike Motto. Scantlebury wanting pass intercepted there by Wooten, who passes to himself. And to the empty net, he should seal it easily and does. Just that, Zachary Wooten, second of the game, is 8th against the Steel this year. He'll miss playing the Steel. And an 8-5 Gamblers lead. They'll finish this one off and cement the jump for the moment, temporarily, for third place in the Eastern Conference. So, again, I think you want to be in that two-hole top two. Rules are a little lax this year, though. It used to be in the past you'd play, I think it was, okay, so playoffs would start, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You literally go in to the next round that weekend. Like, how are you supposed to win when you play 5 out of 7 days? And so the USHL changed it practically so you'll be able to take a rest during the week. I think everyone's got the week off. So it's the first round matchups happening and the 2 byes. So the 2 bye teams are just chilling, and so that's where I just think it's easier. Well, I think with the Eastern Conference, it doesn't really matter as much. I think every team is perfectly capable of making a run in the top 6, except Madison. I strongly believe that. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if Madison upset maybe like a 1 seed. I just don't think they have enough offensively to get by. I like their D. And the Gamblers, I mean, I mentioned them a month ago. I like this team as a Clark Cup favorite, but they have a lot of injuries right now. I mean, they got guys older and younger that could be really valuable in their lineup that aren't in it today. And with 50 seconds to play, it's 8-5 Gamblers in this one. Steel will wrap it up, but this was a game that Chicago, I'll give them credit. You know, they never stopped. As Gockler inside out evading pressure. Lob to View. Slithers one. Man, View's had a ton of looks, including 2 goals and an assist today. He's had his best game. I mentioned earlier Tolan, who I have not seen actually in quite a long time. I think I see him on the Chicago bench, but I thought I had his best game too today. I haven't seen him at all in the third. Shot from the exterior is absorbed by Slavic as things are breaking behind the scenes. As the Gamblers will snap a 6-game losing streak this afternoon. Well, this is a team that, again, they are right up there with Youngstown for first in the Eastern Conference. All of a sudden, you lose 6. That's what I was saying at times with the Steel this year. I mean, it only takes a string of games to put yourself in a good position. The Steel this year, they've won 3 games in a row, I think twice. And they've won, I think I counted 7 different times where they've won 2 games, but they've never been able to put it together. So consistency is everything. Buzzer sounds. Green Bay says adios to the Fox Valley Ice Arena. Their time is done here. They win it 8-5, and they go 7-1 against the Steel, winning 7 straight matchups against Chicago this season. 8-5 winners today. Well, I don't think this game is as bad as it looks, but for the Steel and the way that this year is going for Chicago, I mean, again, I mentioned the start. I liked the pace. I liked the intensity. Green Bay, though, they capitalize. They execute. Off Steel breakouts and turnovers. As a couple of frustrated Steel players, furious, as they should be. Katz is 26 from Carcone on the giveaways. Less than a minute later, Gully and Wooten connect, with Gully and Wooten connecting for Zach's 33rd. Gully had at least a 4-point night. We'll get to it. But again, I still like the Steel. They were creating. They were making the better plays. And they eventually got something to show for it. Dallas Views 16th from Tolan and Kemps. Great forecheck there on that play. Great pass by Tolan. Great heads-up awareness in front of the net, being at the place he needs to be. Kemps would tie it at 2 with 18:47 the first. A great shot. Great pass from Rylan Rooney. I didn't see Rooney either in the third. With Gockler getting the secondary. In the second, again, pretty even. Shots were even at 11 in the period. Big rebound steal. That's where their power plays didn't come through. In that period, did it matter? No. But they had 2, if not 3 power plays in that middle frame. It was such a shenanigan. I think it was 2 power play chances to at least take the lead. Momentum shifter, though. Cats gets that big rebound goal from Maceo Phillips. Puck protection. Phillips just shoots it to the net from a sharp angle. Rebounds in. Cats a second of the night. View would respond less than a minute later. I'm telling you, the Steel were right in this thing through 40. I thought, hey, I think they're going to bring it to Green Bay. I mean, in this third period and keep their losing streak going, but Roosevelt, one little string, the Steel a chance. One way, Roosevelt, great speed. The other, he gets hooked, stripped down by Kazda. And then Roosevelt on the penalty shot. Great slow move, fast and slow. Looks like he quickly had speed to the right side, then he totally slowed it to the circle, and then he accelerated. As soon as he got to the hash marks, made a move on Chiro. That's your, actually not game winner. There's a lot to happen in the third. Yes, so it made it 4-3. But then a tough goal, too, the other way. Sturgis and Martin assist to Gully's 20 seconds. Another big rebound goal there. And again, I will defend my goalies all day. Louis Felix Chiro mentally tough, but after that, it looked like the Steel could, and that's what I was saying yesterday. They just lost their composure. They lost their cool. Tuminaro, and I'm not blaming him. Like, it's very frustrating. Like, that was a game the Steel really were the better team, I thought, through 40. And does that give you a reason to just throw your gloves and start punching a guy? No. But I'm also emotionally like, yeah, I would be really frustrated and angry too. Tuminaro goes after Harris, throws his, it really wasn't bad. He kind of looked like he was going to cross-check him, spars him, starts going to town on him. Refs have to break it up. And then Gavin Katz, right off a face-off win, 2 seconds in the 5-minute major, scores. Martin would have a bang-bang play from Gully and Sturgis, making it 7-3 after the kill. Kemps, Phillips, Harris, Katz, Tuminaro all ejected in the game. Referees doing a good job there, keeping it calm at least to the end. Jaden Kurtz, first USHL goal. Great puck movement from Scantlebury in view. Kudrick would get the extra credit for his 17th of the year. Second helper for Scantlebury. Mayer continues his impressive play with the secondary assist as well. But Wooten, his second of the game for the empty net. 8 goals against the Steel. That's more than, let's see. So 8 divided by 34 is 4 point something, right? So I don't know. That's not 40%, I think. 4 points. Here's Cole Tuminaro, too. He's actually helping out on the Steel bench here with Chicago Steel athletic trainer Mason Chalkley to clean up the shop. And it's always the behind-the-scenes things, folks. Tuminaro, great kid. But that's a typical Steel game it's been this year. Like, you play a really good game, and you found a way to lose in some ways in that third period. But you go in, you got 4 games to go this season, 2 in Lincoln, Nebraska, the final road trip of the season for the Steel. The West is all set up, but we're going to have it for you next week as the Madison Capitals will look to cement the playoff outlook in the Eastern Conference. Things are far from over, though. Anderson Cup and much more, including your Chicago True Steel. Truly, they got to fix. I bet you that next year there will be a roster impact because of the final couple weeks. Who's going to pack it in? I haven't, but we'll find out. The final 2 at the Fox Valley Ice Arena, April 3rd and April 4th. For details, ChicagoSteelHockeyTeam.com. Green Bay Gamblers 8, Chicago Steel 5. Final shots in the building, 32 for the Steel, 29 for the Gamblers. Once again, 8-5 Gamblers win it. Folks, enjoy the rest of your weekend safely. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good nights.